Welcome back to the chapter.
There
Here with myself, the host, Neil, and Mark, our barkeep. Don't talk or anything.
you go. Sorry.
And our special guest.
Yeah.
Simon.
There you go.
Yep, he's here to talk to us about his book that he's written.
Oh.
Yeah,
There you fucking go, mate.
which I'm meant to have a copy of.
Oh.
I do have a copy of, but it's inside.
Yeah.
Ah,
I
nice.
should have brought one,
You would think so. You'd think we'd all get a free one, but
Hey, look,
whatever.
I'll go and grab it in one of the breaks in one of our stops. So
Yep.
It's an old, it's old news, mate.
It's old news.
old news.
Hey,
Hey,
when
it's
you come
still,
up with
better
it's
things,
still
eh?
relevant. It's still relevant. It's one of those things that's
Timeless.
That's forever relevant.
Yeah.
Yep.
And we'll make note of Talf's missing tonight. He's on holiday up north.
Sabbatical.
A mission.
Yeah,
He's on a mission.
Mission Beach.
Wait.
Black Ops.
No, but he's enjoying himself, so we're not going to hold him back. We'll carry on without him.
Bloody oath.
Yeah.
Life's
Well-
about enjoying yourself, isn't it?
Exactly right. And on that note, we'll launch into fuck ups and see who's been enjoying themselves all this time.
Yeah, so we'll talk
Don't
about our
introduce old mate. Fair income.
Yeah,
Like
well,
he's got,
Oh,
he's got a life.
Harley. We don't need to introduce him all the time. He'll
Oh.
chime in whenever he wants. The
he knows when
gecko.
he's needed.
Yeah.
Yeah, righto.
Yeah, he'll do his
Everyone
thing.
knows him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He's
He's
in
a
that,
staple around these parts, eh?
yeah.
Not his
I'm
first
pretty
day
sure
there.
he's stapled
I
together.
just
So.
wanted to make sure we're all equals.
I know I am.
Yeah, all equals. We're all about including everyone.
No, but first off the bat, we normally run with fuck ups from the last session. We like to address the
Oh, yeah,
things
right.
that we got wrong in the last session
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
and basically take the piss out of each other for our mistakes.
Well, I wasn't here, so this will be good.
Oh, yeah.
yeah,
Very entertaining.
yeah, you weren't here for our last session. Yeah.
What happened?
So there's our first fuck up. So what happened, Simon?
Look, it's all about forgiveness.
You were meant to be here for our last session,
Oh, yeah, it was a lot.
but we ended up rolling on without you. But yeah,
And here
just
Did you
was-
mention that someone's supposed to be here, but anyway.
Well, we dn't want to really have a go at someone who can't defend themselves. So
Oh, so
we
this
waited
is what
till
this
you were
is
here. Yeah, I don't like talking about people behind their back.
that's fine. We'll play a game of Simon Says tonight, mate. Should be right. It's whatever you want.
No. We know you had more important things and
Oh,
mixed
well,
your dates
yeah,
up.
fine.
No,
Look,
it's fine.
yeah.
It's fine,
Well,
and
thank you.
we'll roll on.
Yeah, I'd forgiven myself. It's taken a lot.
Some of the other fuck ups from our previous session is Neil. Neil just generally being a fuck up. He should probably learn to fuck up more often and listen to what's going on. Because in every single joke around that was happening in that episode, he was just off the mark with it.
Yeah, right.
And I like to say off the mark because I'm obviously
On the
setting the
mark.
pace.
Oh, yeah, well.
And he was well behind.
There's good reason why your dad called you that.
Exactly. Thanks, Simon.
What
Thanks
have
for
have you got an example like
that. Reverse cat.
reverse cat?
Yeah, we're talking about there's this frog and it jumped, wouldn't land on its feet. And I was like, oh well, it never lands on its feet. It's a reverse cat. Cats always land on their feet.
And
Makes sense, doesn't it?
and
Oh.
and what
Another
I
one,
well,
another one
how,
I've got.
no, how did I get onto that?
What do you mean? How'd you get on?
How did I stuff that up?
Because we're talking about it's a reverse cat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I made note that reverse cat.
Oh look, listen to it.
And
Listen
then-
to it, mate.
No, yeah, we will.
Is it a real
We will
frog?
listen to it right now.
Oh,
So
no.
just have a listen. Have a listen to this song. Well, just have a listen. And what was said from me afterwards was, no, it can't be. It can't be a reverse dog. It's got nothing to do with a dog.
No. Before we press play on this, just think he edits all of these, so take everything with a grain of
Tries to make
salt,
himself look good.
No, here we
Fuck,
go.
man.
Here we go. Here it is. And he can't land.
mate. Oh.
It can't
You
land.
know what that reminds me of? You know them little dogs you get from the cheap shop and you press the arse down on them and they do a backflip, but
Yeah.
they never land on their feet.
Oh
So it's like a reverse cat.
Yep.
That's what a frog is. Yeah.
A reverse
Never
cat.
lands on its feet. What's
A
wrong with
frog
that?
is a reverse cat.
Yeah.
You've heard it here first.
Get on it.
Yeah.
Cat dog.
I read it.
So you're making a comment about it's like those little dogs that flip. Yeah. So it's a reverse cat.
Yeah,
and
I'd
that's
moved
my
on
fuck
from
up.
there.
Oh, you moved
I was the one that's. Oh mate, I'm not going to argue semantics.
on.
But another one here too. We're talking about
It's a real frog and it can't land on its feet.
exactly.
Or is it unnatural or deformed?
Oh, after it lands on its head a few times, I'd say it's deformed. But it's like it's that small.
It's not going to live.
Its equilibrium stuffs up.
It's like
as
the
it's
size
through
of my
there.
fingernail. And yeah,
Nature should take care of that. Like
Exactly.
how big you are.
I'll show you the clip in the break.
Yeah,
It's a reverse cat. So's that dog in the fucking cheap shop.
exactly. It's a reverse cat too. Another one. Fucking pigs going to the market, mate, and your little fucking this little pig went to market.
Yeah, I did fuck that up.
Yeah, so, yeah. Where's your clip for that, you prick? So I fucking win. We were going through like old nursery rhymes and random shit like that, and this little pig went to market, and he's like, "Yeah, well, that's the only one that did go to market because for some stupid reason he's fucked it up, mate."
Yeah, I can't
You
know
know where they
nursery
all
rhymes. No, I don't have kids. It's been ages since I've
He's
been
had
one.
a few
So
knocks on the head. Look at him.
This little pig went to market.
yeah,
You don't remember the next line?
no,
He fucked the first one up. That's what it's called, and he still fucked it up.
I can't remember. Anyway, I fucked it up, and it's not important. So
Everything
I've got.
he does wrong seems. Yeah.
Yeah, he's moved on from that quick, hasn't he?
Yeah, no, I'm glad you're here today, Simon.
Thanks.
I've got one from Mark, which was pointed out to me by one of our audience,
Oh no,
and it's
Do you know what it is?
scary.
it's from a couple of sessions ago, but it was
Irrelevant.
boats. You were making comment on one of the cars that we put up, the lemons,
Yeah.
and it's you said you don't need a license for a 2 horsepower boat.
Did
Apparently,
I
it's
say
a
that?
6. Yes, you did. Look, I haven't fact checked this person that's sent
I
it in,
said
but
6, and our guest said 2. So why don't you help him about it, mate?
no,
Another one to Mark.
apparently it was.
All right, okay.
You
Yeah.
said 2, and the law's 6.
Anyway, I shouldn't really be.
trying to get me on shit. Eh? Like,
Holy.
Our last session as well, you said you had lots on jet skis and we were going to get back to it.
oh yeah, never did.
Yeah, no. So we're still laying in wait, wondering what the
Yeah.
fuck
It's
you're
all
on
going to
about.
happen tonight.
Yeah, well, it could happen tonight. Exactly.
Possibly. It
What?
could happen
Do you know
whenever.
or not?
I'm not sure.
We
I
don't
don't
really
know,
If you
but-
play.
brought any material with
Yeah.
Oh, he's got
What's
a
this,
shirt on.
cotton?
No, on jet skis. Anyway.
Oh, we'll get to that,
Look,
mate.
I think they don't
You
use
guys
genuine
Did
leather.
you
It's
guys
like a
have to
pleather.
share a room when you were fucking young? Or?
Oh, we did at one stage. Yeah.
Repressed memories. Don't scratch the
Oh,
surface of that, mate.
Mate, it's,
Yeah, we had
Seems
bunk
like-
beds.
you just want to pick at each other for the smallest of things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm glad you're here to sort this out.
Well, mate, let's talk.
I feel like you're on the couch, not the casting couch. The
Therapy.
therapy couch.
We can all laugh about it now. That's the thing.
Exactly.
Another fuck up was the Febreze story. I sort of muddled it up. It was along the same sort of lines, but I thought I'd. Do you know the story around Febreze? No, I've read it in a book. The story about how it got created, and they created it for smokers. Actually, they created Febreze. So you know what Febreze is?
No.
It's a deodorizer,
Mm.
and they
American
created it.
shit, isn't
Oh, it's available in Australia.
it? Okay.
Yeah, I remember Mum getting it when we were a kid. So it's for they made it for smokers, so smokers could deodorize stuff, so it didn't smell like smoke all the time. You know how smokers' cars smells like smoke and everything smells like smoke around them.
Mm.
And they couldn't work out why it wasn't selling. They just like done this big marketing campaign and that.
Doesn't
and
sound like something I want to just Febreze.
Febreze, yeah,
Doesn't roll
Fuck.
off the tongue, does it?
Well, it's not like free breeze or fucking.
fresh
Because you'd pay
breeze.
for it, eh?
Fresh breeze. That's what it was. Febreze.
Ah.
But anyway, it wasn't selling very well. And they noticed in this one town, it sold shitloads of it.
Mm.
And like more than anywhere else. And so they went there and they found out it was the one lady that was buying it. So they went to her house, fucking had a yarn to her, and they're like, why are you buying it? And she's, I'll just use it as like a finisher for anything that I clean, anything that I wash and that, I spray it with Febreze and it just gives it that little bit extra, And they thought, well, we're actually probably marketing to the wrong people. because smokers can't smell their own smoke scent because their nose is that used to it. They don't care. So they're trying to sell deodorizer to people that
Don't
need
give a
it,
fuck.
Anything.
but they don't realize they need it. Could be someone with fucking 10,000 cats in their house.
Wow.
Have you ever
Twilight Zone.
noticed that, That
Yeah.
the people that really need deodorant don't use it?
So yeah,
Well,
that used
yeah.
to,
Exhibit A.
Well, they get used to. Yeah.
yeah.
That's weird. Yeah.
It's smoking, bloody animal smell, all sorts of stuff like that. It's just it becomes a part of.
I was reading
Get
something
that
the other
area for
day
you.
where the dude who invented sliced bread, went for years and years and years.
You know, that is the best thing ever. I've
Apparently.
never heard anything
Since
being
when?
better
But
than
until
that.
they came out with that slogan, it was forgotten. It didn't market it properly. Like this
Oh,
is-
so is that slogan what pushed sliced bread?
it went for years. Like, and he's died poor.
Oh,
And then all of a sudden, like, yeah, fuck.
He didn't make the cut until he died.
Apparently,
Bastard.
well, he was making.
didn't get a
plenty of-
slice of it at all.
Yeah, well,
How did he make a crust?
I know.
Did this family get a bit of cut of it? Look,
I couldn't tell you.
No, they didn't either. They were all going,
No, it's like a similar story of
I thought it might have
funny
been.
how these things, one thing like clicks it, and
Yeah.
wow, that's not what we thought.
yeah.
If
yeah.
his family didn't get any money, it must have been bred into him, I suppose.
No, well, they
Did
thought
the
with
puns
this.
rub off on you, or you were actually the master?
Oh, I'm the master. Thank
Really?
you, Simon. Simon says,
Hey. I got the sign up here behind me. Read
yeah,
the
I don't
sign.
need the sign.
No, but yeah, the Febreze story, it's along similar sort of lines. They put a lot of effort behind it, and it just went nowhere, and they couldn't figure out why, and that's why.
Crazy.
They
what
were
did
selling it
say?
to the wrong people.
Yeah. How did they? What did they change a marketing slogan or?
Yeah, they changed it to it's something like it's that little bit extra. Whatever that Sheila said,
not
she
done
basically
well.
gave them and then they started selling a shitload of it.
She get a cut.
Probably not. No, I don't know.
Yeah, well, there you go.
No, but that's it for the fuck ups. You got anything more?
Nah, mate, I'll let you get away with whatever else I got written here.
No.
Because I'm here, isn't it? Like,
Yeah.
Well, I don't be nitpicking you if the fucking some
You
bloke
made us
here,
feel bad before. Like, I don't want to have a go at him all night, so I'm going to turn my attention to you later on.
Oh, make me feel bad.
No, I'll try. Well, we'll bloody launch into catch up then, I suppose.
Yeah. So what have you been up to?
Mate, I actually went to the Australia Day celebrations we had around town here.
Oh,
It's pretty
like
good.
you'd have the day off, mate.
Mate, it was pretty good.
Mm.
Tell you, I'll fill you in since you weren't there. There's a lot of people getting like, Citizen of the Year and all that sort of stuff. A lot of good stories. And they said, right, every year, they got a big cake there, and they choose whoever's birthday it is on the day to cut the cake. It's no one's birthday that day. And they're like, righto, the local nuns in town were sitting there and like, oh, we'll get, sister, the two sisters up here to do it. So both of
Teresa.
them walk up there. Mother Teresa. Yeah, we'll go with that. I walk up there and I lean over to the missus. I said, how crazy is that? They're both nuns and they're sisters as well. And she's gone, you joking me, aren't you? I was like, yeah, fucking oath, I'm joking you.
She didn't get it.
She didn't get it.
My missus gets like fuck all of my jokes. Like,
Is that a good thing or a bad thing? You reckon?
oh,
Yeah, well,
well, it hurts when you're funny, eh?
it does, let me tell you.
Like, I was joking.
All right, beers.
All right, beers.
We'll have a break. We'll just get some beers.
This is the guest seat.
This is the guest seat.
Hey, fuck! I feel at home at last.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How are you,
Welcome.
boys? Yeah, thanks.
So we're back from beers.
Yeah. Beers.
I noticed you've swapped your chairs over, mate. I was like, we had a bit of a thing going on. Me and you ganging up on Neil, and he's trying to get you closer on his side,
That's
obviously.
what
So
I think's happened. yeah.
don't let him play his little games with you, is all I'm saying. mate.
Mate. I've been around.
I've heard stories.
Really?
Whatever Simon says.
Yeah, well, hey. Fucking, you couldn't hate for a better name, could you? I used to fucking hate it when I was a kid.
Yeah.
And I keep telling my missus, it's a fucking gay name. Fucking
Well-
Simon.
It's better than your nickname, isn't it?
Hey, I didn't.
We haven't even touched on that, have we?
Look, since we're on the subject, what's your nickname, Simon?
Man train.
Man train. Now, what is that in relation to? Can you tell us?
I'm like a machine.
Oh, that's
he's
why.
a fucking locomotive and a
Yeah,
goer.
I'm sure that's what it's about. Yeah.
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 And
It's
what
not
about the
to
other
do.
three guys behind you? What are they?
No, I'm the caboose, bro.
Oh, yeah, I like it.
No, it's like, oh, anyway, yeah, it's fucking one tragic day, you know, when they're taking the piss out of you. Everyone used to call everyone man train. Oh, yeah, fucking need a bit of a man train. Gay
Oh,
cunt, you know.
right. Okay.
And I think they've, you know, had a bit of a coercion in the Kubats and
They ganged up on you.
yeah,
Yeah.
fuck off, cunt. You're the fucking man train. Yeah, you drive past it. Oh yeah, no, you're right, man train. What?
Oh, and they acted like it was.
I'm not the fucking man train. Fucking, you know, and then they act like, you know, they can't hear me through the radio, so I'm fucking boiling.
Steam train just steaming everywhere.
I'm like,
And it
I'll
just.
never make you stick.
And it's
Here
stuck.
we are.
Yeah. What is
That's
this?
what
15
happens.
years later?
See,
Because-
I never thought of that as a derogatory nickname. I thought, fuck yeah, man train. That's
He seems like a fucking, he's full of steam, that fella.
fucking never goes off the rails, this bloke.
No, I've never thought of that, but, you know, it's kind of one of those, you know, when Eminem gets up in 8 Mile and starts first and just, righto, everything you can take the piss out of me on, here it is. And he walks up and goes, "Pfft,
I'm a
nothing.
big fan of that.
yeah.
Yeah, take the piss out of yourself so others can't. I've got in situations before where, you know, friends, and that sort of stuff, workmates, they'll try and take the piss out of you for stuff, but they actually have nothing because I've already fucking covered it all on myself.
God,
Yeah, just
if they only knew that about me, they wouldn't have said that.
Exactly.
But
Gotta
I
make it
never
rules,
liked
eh?
my name growing up either. It doesn't really bother me too much now, but I don't know if you remember, you probably would, Mark, but I don't know how long they've been around, the Whiz Fizz packets. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
Little
yeah,
sherbet
yeah.
packets, yeah. Yeah. Oh, I never snorted it up my nose, but that's what it looks like. It looks like something you'd snort up your nose.
Fucking nose beers.
And they had this one character on there, Nerdy Neil, and that just stuck with me. I was like, nah, so I'm a nerd. No, I don't want to be called this name. Don't like it. Just
probably
hated me
said
name.
You know, he actually needs glasses and refuses to get them. So it'll make him
Wow.
look like a nerd. I just made that up.
Yeah.
We're going with it. It sounded good anyway.
Did you make up the name?
Neil, yeah.
No. Hey guys, let's call him Nerdy Neil. Yeah, it's be funny as
suckers.
fuck.
You know, I never actually got called that. I just seen it on a packet,
Oh,
and
that
I've
was your-
automatically hate it.
Your conscience was sort of creating
Wow.
coping mechanisms before it happened.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I destroyed myself. Yeah, yeah.
That's what we do.
Anyway,
Yeah.
back
Anyway, fucking hell.
back to what you've been doing, Mark.
Yeah,
What's
well-
been going on?
So I actually,
What's your nickname?
my nickname?
Oh, we've actually been through this before, but Junior.
Oh yeah, Jonesy.
Yeah, Jonesy, mate.
It's the wonder they never called you One Stone or.
Yeah, well, that was beforehand, but you know,
Uh,
younger. It's gonna happen. Look, if anyone's out there and
It's
wants to make
fucking-
me a new nickname, go
it's
for
pretty
it.
cool. Oh, what? You want something better?
Yeah, what do you got?
Well,
Put
it
it on
doesn't
spot.
happen, doesn't it? Like,
Do it.
When you get yours, it's just like, you know, I didn't want to say what mine was, but it was like, you're gonna find out.
Exactly.
What's been going on anyway, Mark?
Oh, so
Fuck.
I'll
yeah.
tell you, mate.
Yeah.
I went to a garage sale in the first time in ages. How long's it been since one of you's been to a garage sale?
A
Do
lot
they
of
actually
years.
do 'em
Many
anymore?
years.
A lot of years.
See,
Well, I don't think
thought
they do them in this area. I reckon they'd still do them in city areas. But
Just when-
possibly. That I thought that's a bit strange because with Facebook Marketplace and that, you wouldn't really have a need to do much garage sailing these days. And I went there, there's fuck all there. Terrible.
Mm.
So I was talking to Dad about it, and he goes, you know, I went to a garage sale the other day. I remember growing up, that used to be the thing. Every Saturday and Sunday, you'd jump in the car with Mum and Dad and go look for a bargain. He reckons he's cruised up to this one place one day, jumped out, big sign saying garage sale, wandered in, and there's all this furniture sitting there, and he's checking it all out, and he's like, oh yeah, chest of drawers here, and old mate walks outside, he goes, fuck are you doing here? He goes, what do you mean? He goes, what are you doing here? It's a garage sale, mate. He goes, no, it's not a garage sale. I'm just I'm just getting my floors polished. And he looks out the front door, goes to sign garage sale. And the neighbour's over there with a beer going, hey, mate.
Oh, nice.
Smashed him.
What a fucking.
Oh, that is gold. He reckons he's turning people back because he's put it on bloody Facebook and signs all over town. And that's a beauty, isn't it?
Yeah, love
And
it.
then another one, he's rocked up there. And I was waiting in the car at the time. And he's jumped out. He's waiting in the... It said 8:30 start or something, and it was 8:26 or whatever, and there's a fella out the front, so he's jumped out and, oh, hey, how you going, mate? You own the joint and your garage sale? He goes, yeah. Oh, what do you sort of got here? He goes, it's not 8:30 yet, is it? And he's just staring at him. Old mate's finishing his coffee, looks at the watch. Yep, righto. She's 8:30. Opens the roller door. Got it started at 8:30. She's starting at 8:30. So he was a man of his word, I suppose. Or a fuckwit. Decided. Pretty fucking hectic, isn't it?
What'd your dad say?
Um,
Fuck this cunt.
Yeah,
Fucking
fuck him.
tight ass fucking
What a wanker.
not uptight.
So we just waited till he threw it all in the dump and we went out there and got it. Sucker.
Another observation from me since our last session was like from our working background. Like we're all in the mining industry and we talk on the UHF. I'm sure people do it in trucks and all that sort of stuff. And I'm sort of doing it at the moment with my hand, was the point that I'm going to try and make. You ever tell a story about something
You pick the mic
to
up.
someone from work, but you're in person
Well,
and you've got to pick the mic up?
Ah.
Like you don't have a
Enact
mic
it.
there. But yeah, you got to like, I was telling this bloke, and you hold
well, you
the
take
hand
yourself
up to your
the place,
face.
don't you?
Yeah.
I'm in the moment
Do other work industries have that?
with
Like-
what they do.
Yeah. Well,
Oh,
like,
you mean like chippies at smoke? I go, yeah, I fucking told the prick sitting there with like pretending to have a smoke in their mouth or something.
yeah, something like that. I'm thinking like,
And then I was up there.
yeah,
What?
swinging a hammer. Yeah. No, like Woolies workers. Are they, when they're telling stories, are they just like scanning stuff? Yeah, so I was telling him, and they're just fucking waving their hands like they're scanning stuff
Well, I
through
think it
checkouts
helps.
or what?
I think it helps them, get back to that moment.
Oh, look, we all do it. I'm sure we all do it. I've seen other people do it. I do it. It's not weird when it happens because I know what they're talking about. But to someone that's not in that sort of background,
What's he doing?
in that industry, they'd be like, why the fuck is he holding his mouth up? Like, I said to this bloke this, and I'm holding my mouth up in front of me face, my hand up in front of me face.
Most people get it. Well, yeah.
I
Except
don't
for the
know.
Woolies worker, like,
Well, the
he's
Woolies
either a Woolies
worker,
worker or a disco bloke. It's like, yeah, and I told the prick.
Saturday Night Fever. Or butchers cutting meat. Are they just fucking pretending to slice shit while they're telling stories and that?
If that's when it happened, yeah.
Yeah. Or council workers, they
I'm
just
gonna
got to
have to-
pretend to lean on a shovel.
Yeah, well, they do fuck all as they're telling stories, you reckon?
Yeah. So they're like, hold on, let me tell this. Just let me sit down. This is what was happening at work the
I'm
other
going to
day.
have to pay attention to that because you're probably fucking right, eh? Now that
It
you've
helps,
brought that
I
up.
think.
Well, it can't be the only thing. The two-way thing can't be the only thing in the owning industry. So
Yeah.
there must be other things because I've seen
Yeah, but it helps, doesn't it? Like
it does help. I do it. I know other people that do it. Fucking everyone does
in
it.
that moment, and then you're like,
Yeah, when you're in that moment, you're grabbing
I
the
think
mic.
it helps
So
them as
To
for
remember.
you as a storyteller too. I was doing this, body language.
yeah,
what
but
they
to an
say.
outsider, it make no fucking sense why I'm doing it. They'd be like people that
Yeah,
don't
it's the
use the
whole process.
UHS
Like
all
you're
the
not
time.
just doing that, are you? Like you're using your body to tell a story.
Mm.
I was just thinking back to me bloody garage sale story. What's the wildest thing you've ever got there? Like just the stupidest random thing you've ever got from a garage sale?
I'm pretty sure I got Nintendo 64 games back in the day,
Yeah. That's pretty pretty generic, I suppose.
or DVDs.
I'll tell you what I got. I got a I think I was 10 or 11 or something at the time, cruising around with Dad, and I got a brick carrier. It's just a
Didn't know
piece
what
of
it was
metal
for.
on a hinge. I thought it looked cool, so I want that. Dad's like, yeah, I want that. So I fucking want that, mate. So I got it.
Yeah, I
I could
What am I gonna
carry
use it for?
multiple bricks,
Oh, you knew what it was for.
6 bricks at a time. I didn't know, but when I got home, I could carry multiple bricks at a time. which was good for him because we were actually
can-
paying a
He started
pool at
building
the
it.
time.
Yeah, I can actually picture him using it. He's like, you don't want
You don't want
that.
that.
No, no.
Righto, dickhead, you can have that.
Yeah, now you got to carry more bricks.
Yeah.
Sucker.
We'll get you another one.
And then that got me thinking of the just the stupid shit that people buy just because. Because I was scrolling through Facebook the other day and bloody, you get them little ads for eBay and shit like that, trying to sell you stuff that you've recently looked at and shit like that. I was scrolling through and this ad come up on eBay. I'm not sure what I've been looking at to make it come up like this, but
So I'll throw it up on the screen here. What?
electric automatic banana cleaner machine, banana cleaner tool for men. Smart. $52.99 each, free postage. Clean your bananas. Yeah. What the fuck do you think's going on there, mate?
Well, it's pretty obvious
Pretty obvious.
that you've.
See, that's what I thought.
What's pretty obvious? Like,
He's
what do
done
you?
some porn. He's been watching a lot of porn.
Oh,
Mate.
I think he needs a banana
But
cleaner.
the way I look at it is you can get extra use out of your bananas because you know how they go all black and soggy because they go off pretty quick, go past ripe. I feel like that's a banana polisher. You can get that out of it. I'm no nutritionist, but we'll give it a go.
I don't understand why the fuck you would need to clean your bananas.
All right, next photo. I'll explain a bit more. As you can see, it's all above board. You got your voice hole and your charge hole.
That's how it's labelled.
Yeah, that's how
Your
it's
voice
labelled.
hole and your charge hole.
Yep.
Why do you need to talk to it?
I don't know. Does it respond to voice?
Can you talk? Wait, I'm thinking of how you use a phone now, the old school phones. You got to hold the banana up
Banana
there.
phone.
Does it turn it into a banana phone?
I don't know. I'll tell you on the 3rd of Feb.
Did you order one?
No, I didn't buy it.
I can't believe they're $52.99 as well.
No. I mean,
Free
like,
postage
I can do
though.
that myself, really, but maybe the next photo might explain a bit more.
Oh,
we'll
I'm
see
hoping
what it
for another
reckons.
photo.
What's
That's
the
just
next
gonna-
one?
Oh my god, there's 6 speeds to it. It's somehow there's a fucking old mate with undies in the background. I don't know what that's got to do with bananas.
Even if it's got something to do with
Can
your
you-
dick and not bananas, why do you need a voice hole?
I don't know if you can zoom in at all, but if you have a look at the actual
Yeah,
the
there's sperm.
chamber part of it, there's actually tadpoles
Oh
coming
god!
out of there. So something to do with frogs. Maybe you can use it in a lake when you clean your banana with water.
He's in great shape, that fella.
Yeah, well,
That's not what I was looking at, Simon. But yeah,
oh my god. Yeah, so
Is that the last slide? Because we
That's
just
the
have
last
to
one, mate.
we just have to make sense of.
I don't.
that's all I got. And it's got 100% buyer satisfaction, so it must be all right.
Oh, the positive feedback. Yeah, 97.4%. I really wish that you looked into the feedback and found out what the
I
bad feedback was.
When I have looked too much into the feedback myself, wouldn't been any good, but
Well, it's got voice on it, so it'll have feedback of some sort.
it'd freak you out.
Yeah, so there's some strange shit on eBay.
Well, oh, come on, mate.
And
There's
so
some strange shit on eBay.
it sent me to actually look at what other stuff had been sold on eBay over the years. Cool shit, stupid shit that people bought.
I've heard of people buying farts in jars, air of particular places.
Essence of Blackwater.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's a
If
clone.
someone- If you're going to buy a fart, like it'd want to be
Would be
bottled.
famous
It was in a
person's
bottle.
fart, wouldn't it?
and a lady.
And a lady. Depends who you are. See, there's one here about a clipping of Justin Bieber's hair sold for over 40 grand. So he actually
wish
gave
I
it
had
to Ellen and she put it up for auctions. The proceeds went to animal rescue or something like that. There's been people buy
Just needed somebody to love it.
exactly. There's been people buy grilled cheese sandwiches which had a portrait of the Virgin Mary on it. 28 grand.
Fuck, 28
Yep.
grand.
The Florida woman who made it 10 years earlier said it never went moldy. Coincidence? I think not.
Blessed.
Blessed.
Yeah.
So-
Now that's better than sliced bread.
There's pretty cool other shit here too. There's ad space on a guy's forehead. 37 grand.
Just he's a
Just for like tattoo on his forehead.
average dude
Average.
walking around.
Yeah. So a company called Snore Stop bought it to advertise their snoring remedy
Hey,
on
and
this
look,
dude's forehead.
it's worked. They've made it onto a podcast now as well.
Good on you, fella. You've made it famous, even though they paid 37 grand for it.
I have
Imagine
seen a Sheila get a tattoo on her head for like it's a fair bit of money, but I was just like, fucking hell.
Is she advertising something or just?
Yeah, I can't remember what it was, but it was just like, you know, you're just looking at it the whole time going, you stupid bitch. You know, you're in fucking.
Yet she's got 37 grand and you don't.
Oh, I don't know.
She's
how
probably
much she got
laughing at you
paid,
like,
but,
this
you know.
dickhead doesn't have
Well,
any money.
She's looking at it and going, look at all the real estate this bloke's got, and he's not renting it out at all.
Yeah, you could even use the top of your head. You've got more than the average person.
Give me a good price, mate. What do you
No, I don't want to advertise.
How much would you take? Temporary tattoo, maybe a sticker.
And like, I'm not
If
going
I
to
put-
go Pornhub.
What if?
No. If we put the chapter podcast on your head,
Just a sticker.
a sticker,
sticker?
but you can't
Sticker for a week.
rub it off. It's got to stay on there, and you can't wear a hat anywhere you go.
For how long?
A week. I reckon a temporary tattoo would last for a week.
Yeah, a week. We'll get some Rigiditch stickers made up. A couple of
I've
photos
got to
in
get a
places.
week off work to start with because
No.
we need bum caps.
Oh, you can
safety
like
first.
safety. Yeah, if you got to wear a hard hat or something and where you work, that's fine. But you can't wear a hat around like an actual hat.
So what's my price?
Yeah, what would you take? I'm thinking 6-pack of hot VBs.
If this is ridiculous, we're not doing it. But
Yeah, well, I was thinking more like 60 G's.
60 G's.
okay, well that
Fucking
won't be
like a
happening.
luxury.
I feel like if we'd done a different approach, we'd be able to get that across the line.
Oh,
but-
I get it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking
Well,
give him
we'll-
a couple more drinks, he'll be right.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. We'll stitch up. We'll get onto this later.
all right, it's
Hopefully we
60
can sort
now.
something out.
Let's do some bargaining.
They've got this stencil outside.
Spray paint.
Hi, oh yeah, no. What's that on your head?
I lost a bet.
No, I got paid. I got paid.
Don't worry, we'll fucking pay you out.
Oh, there's another one on here. A suit of armor for a guinea pig. Yeah.
What do they do to need armor?
Anything they want. It says guinea pig protection and secure in all situations.
Yeah,
So whatever your guinea pig gets up to,
Yeah.
it'll cost you
Well, like-
$1,150.
Fuck me, when they go into battle, you don't want yours wearing nothing.
Exactly. So only ones I've heard of have been wrapped in duct tape for various
fucking-
reasons.
I
But
stood on one.
You know,
It
of
would've
all
saved
the
his
guinea
life.
pigs I've heard that have gone into battle, I don't think any of them
Survived.
have died.
yeah,
I've never heard of a guinea pig dying in battle. So I wonder if the suit of armor is warranted.
we're going to look this up. I'm going to go down the guinea pig hole on this one. And have a look.
Well, next week there'll be like guinea pig wars.
Yeah.
And I think, the armoured ones.
Do you think they'd do jousting?
Their arms are too small. I wouldn't be able to hang
No,
on to it.
like if you
I'm thinking
if you
battery
use
ram.
them as the horse,
What's going to sit on them?
or we'll put some sort of little.
One of those fucking back jumping frogs.
No, not a frog. We'll just strap a Woody doll to them or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it can flail around and we'll.
So,
Tape him on.
yeah, once the guinea
Guinea
pig's
pig
got
jousting.
a Woody, she's good to go. He can do some jousting once he's got a Woody.
Yeah. You got to wait till night time.
Oh, my God.
It's going
And
to be,
he will call him Lancelot. Oh, there's another one on here. Famous people again. William Shatner's kidney stone.
So he's obviously sold that, or did his doctor
he
try and make?
sold it. 25 grand.
He sold it.
Yeah, raising money for charity. Organ donor.
It just
to a
fucking
new
says
height.
that some people have got more money than sense, don't they? Like,
Exactly. This is what this whole list is about. People that are silly.
Mm.
And also people that are very smart businessmen and let people advertise on their foreheads. Just putting it out there, Simon.
oh, you think it's going to... Yeah.
Maybe. We'll
Hey,
see how we go. You got time. Another one. A Dorito shaped like the Pope's hat. Any guesses on how much?
No, I'm not even going to guess.
500.
$1,209.
Mm.
Yeah.
I feel like I've come across a Dorito shaped like the
Oh,
Pope's
is
hat
that like a
before.
Limp Biscuit? Is it? Oh,
No, I reckon I have.
really?
Yeah, how they're rolled over and that. They're the good ones. When you've got like nachos,
Mm.
They're sort of doubled up.
it's like a little
Put 'em
scoop.
you put them in the dip and it's like,
Yeah.
You can jam that extra bit of sour cream and shit in there.
I'm going to
Yeah.
need another one to get this down.
Mm,
Bloody oath.
there we go.
My last one on this:
Wouldn't
the
pay
meaning of
$1,000.
life.
Someone
You
sold
buy
the
it.
meaning of life.
Someone sold the meaning of life. So it's got on here. The seller wrote, "I have discovered the reason for our existence, and I'll be happy to share it with you for a price." So he actually ended up only getting $3.26.
No one's interested.
No one's interested in the meaning of life, but I wonder what it was.
I can't believe that no one was interested in the meaning of life, but someone paid over $1,000 for a Dorito.
Well, it's the Pope.
Does it fucking say something about
Of course.
you? Really like,
It does. It's ridiculous. I would buy the meaning of life. I'd go $5. Go $5. Yeah, whoever's out there, if they've still got it, I'll go $5.
Yeah, okay.
So
And
yeah,
when-
cool
yeah.
shit. I reckon. I like it.
I'm pretty sure I know it. I'll give it to you for nothing.
2 for nothing.
I'll give it to you for nothing.
Oh, go.
What about the meaning
What's
of
the meaning
life?
of life?
What do you care about?
That's pretty deep.
What matters to you? Really?
Not really. I'll just throwing it out. there.
No, yeah,
Well,
that just makes sense.
why doesn't it occur to people?
Wouldn't that be
That's
silly
what-
if that's all it was? I'd feel a bit ripped off if I paid $5 for that.
What do most people want, That their life mattered.
To be remembered, I suppose.
Yeah, I think we're conditioned to. We need recognition, fame, money, for our self-worth.
Is that are these stuff that you've stumbled upon in your book?
Oh, well, I mentioned in my book, but you stumble on over 50 odd years of life and not feeling very well.
Pick a bit up.
Yeah, well, how do I solve this? How do I feel better?
So we're gonna stop for a break now. We'll get some beers and hopefully we can do some more bargaining. We'll top Simon's drink up,
It doubles for you.
and we'll
from
get
now
this
on,
down to
Simon.
$5 for his forehead for the night.
Oh, Jesus
And
Christ.
still no one wants the meaning of life.
Meaning of life. Yeah, we'll be getting onto that, mate.
No, I mean, no one's going to pay $5.
For the meaning of life. I don't have any money on me if that's what you're asking. I feel I'm getting shaken down here. Who was I thinking about? Was that German one that copped a flogging from a dad or something?
No idea.
I don't know.
Shut up.
Sharapova chick.
Oh, really?
I don't know. It's one of them anyway.
Navratilova, Sharapova.
They're all Apovas.
Apovas, yeah.
Apovas witnesses. 'Cause they're all there when it happened.
Mariah Carey, yeah. They all make funny noises when they're hitting things. Anyway, we're back from beers. And the reason we're talking about fucking tennis names and that sort of stuff is I've been watching the Australian Open lately. And it is a fucking strange game. I don't know whether you have noticed.
On tennis.
Tennis.
Yeah, right.
I just sat there and dissected the fuck out of it. And I thought, a fucking sadist has made this game because love is nothing. They've decided that love equals 0.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Oh, you're in love? You got fucking nothing.
That's fucking hectic.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh,
Some
tell me
people
another
just-
sport that love is nothing.
He's got a point.
Yeah.
well,
yeah, I
You got me
do.
there, Simon.
Yeah. And then I started
Might be going
thinking,
a little bit deeper than the intentions.
Yeah, that's a bit trippy.
no, deep dive into stuff. Yeah, it's fine.
Righto.
What's
Just
deuce
take the
mean?
piss out of stuff. Deuce. Yeah,
What's
it's
it
on my
mean?
list. Deuce.
Because it's shit.
Well, I thought it means the shit, but apparently it means he's got the same points as someone.
It's got the same shit.
The same shit as someone else. You got a deuce.
Yeah. The thing I don't like
Look
about
at
him is why do they make them noises when they hit the ball? Do you think
Yeah,
it's
that sounds
boxing?
like it.
They're putting their all.
Do you think that like they breathe out when they punch like boxing? You know.
Oh,
I'm just wondering, do they have to make as much racket as they do?
some of them.
Maybe that's why they call it a racket.
Who was that Mona? Like, every time and people,
Moana. I think that's a
the
Disney
Mona,
movie.
like,
I think I
and
know
people
what
used
you're
to
talking
complain, of her.
about. Yeah,
That was Sharapova.
People off. Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was actually Sharapova. Yeah.
there you go.
So we were talking
They
about
never
it for a
stopped her.
reason, obviously.
Keep it up, Sharapova. Good
Yeah.
shit.
But another thing that, like, the
Oof.
commentators on there, at this stage, the Australian Open hasn't been won for this year, but I think the finals are happening the day after we're recording this because they're like a week ahead.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm tipping Novak to win, so I'll put that out there.
The Joker.
Yeah, I reckon he'll get.
He's back.
Yeah, he'll get it. He's looking
They've
good.
let him in.
Has he had the needle or no?
No,
No.
that's the thing. She all cools down. Anyway, we're
We'll
not
give
getting
him
into
the
that.
double jab.
And they're saying in a few of his games, they were talking about, the commentators said, "Oh, geez, that was a good rally." And I thought, why the fuck did they pick that word to use? Why would they pick rally as like that was a good?
Contest between them.
Yeah.
Fast-paced, competitive.
You look at rally in other,
The definition.
the definition of rally in other terms. Like there's rally point in
Oh, orienteering. That's where we'll meet at this rally.
yeah,
rally
yeah.
point now.
We'll meet up at this rally point.
Or you go on a rally. Like,
Go on a rally. Turn
Yeah.
through the desert.
The tennis is actually opposite to that. Like the rally point is your rest point. Whereas the rally in tennis is because it kept going. How the fuck does that make sense?
Mate, should have been badminton. Should have been badminton. Why didn't it catch on rather than tennis? Way more interesting.
You can't
Better
flog the
names.
piss out of a badminton park.
all about
Shuttlecock.
Shuttlecock,
We've
that's right.
talked about
Shuttlecock.
this
We have spoken about.
shuttlecock.
you want to slam that bastard.
Oh yeah, tell me about it. Get your banana cleaner out.
And apparently it travels at like 10 times the speed of a tennis ball
Yeah.
off the racket.
Mm. Yeah, right.
There you go.
I did not know that.
Did you play, or like
Yeah.
is there a reason you
Yeah,
bought
I've dabbled.
it? Yeah. Like,
See, I thought so. The little net there is like a parachute from a paratrooper to slow it down as it's going through the air. Is that right?
yeah, well, yeah.
Or are you talking about squash?
No,
No.
badminton, apparently it like just, it probably leaves the racket pretty quick, but then it's like,
Slows down. Yeah, you got to give him a chance.
you know, it's a funny game, isn't it? Like,
We're not here to talk about badminton.
Oh,
We're here to talk about tennis.
mate, what else you got on tennis then?
The whole fucking scoring system.
What's
Like-
your problem with it?
I don't know whether it was like so sophisticated people played back in the day or something. I looked up like where it actually originated, and didn't you know this wasn't the actual original game? The original game of tennis, it looks more like a squash court.
Really?
It's like fucking walls all around, and there's it's confusing, eh? The tennis that we know now is I think it's English, and England and France and that sort of stuff, and
aristocrats.
yeah, and the tennis we know now is simple compared to this game.
Yeah, right.
There's a wall there that they use as part of the court, and you've got to serve it into a particular point on the wall, and it has to bounce at a particular point into the ground.
Oh yeah, that sounds like squash.
It does.
It's like half squash, half tennis, so I don't know. It's strange anyway.
They got tennis and squash too, is what you're saying.
No, well, there's still a
Condensed
net.
it down.
There's still a net. There's not just a wall. There's a wall
and you're
beside the
like-
net.
You're on opposite sides.
Yeah, it's fucking anyway. It is deep, but I'm
That's
more
unreal.
thinking about the scoring. Like, do you think the scoring was to
not a
confuse like the lower class people?
Oh, like you don't understand this game. You
Yeah,
can't
like
play.
so I get it. Yeah, so it's
Fucking
15.
drunkards.
It's 15 points every time you win a game. Yeah. All right, you just won a game. You go from 30 to 40. Wait up, fucking what?
Yeah,
You get 10 now.
they made it anything over 20 because all the commoners they already had their shoes off by that point. They couldn't keep up with anything over 20. So you can't count higher than I can't count over 20 myself. That's why I actually don't wear shoes when I'm on a podcast in case this comes up. I have to count over 10. Not wearing any shoes. I'm ready to go, mate. Look at it.
Mm.
The more you know.
Any, mini, money, mo.
Yeah, this little piggy went to market. Neil, you watching?
But
Not a fan, mate. I don't want to have a hit tomorrow.
no, I went for a game of tennis recently, just this week actually.
Who'd you beat?
Everyone.
Himself.
No, it was good. Well, I haven't played tennis in years.
But you did have a win.
No, it was like a uncompetitive. It just sort
Bit of
of
a fun,
flogged the piss
yeah.
out of it, sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was fun. I haven't played tennis in ages.
Doubles.
Sort of. Had 2 people versing me.
Oh, here we fucking go. Tall stories. His
Wow.
fish was this
Haven't
big.
played for years.
But anyway, it was good.
That's just another thing I'm good at.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a long list.
Yeah. What about it?
I look like Superman.
But from that, I thought we'd get into your book. The reason that we invited you over here today.
Oh, really?
You may think we just wanted to carry on and shit in front of you.
But what actually made you want to write a book to start off with?
Oh, it's a long story.
I'm ready.
Here we go. I was driving around. I was talking on the mic. No, well, I was actually. I mean, I had, for a long period of time, I don't know, probably through not feeling the way I wanted to. Like I'd read hundreds of self-help, one of those self-help tragics that still can't help himself. I'd sort of get to the end of the book and go, oh, fuck, that sounds very similar to the last one. And I thought, well, if this is the case, from, as I say, I think in the first sort of part of it, everything from, business advice to, stress, anxiety, coping, it's the same sort of principles in that personal development industry. How to use our mind to make our lives better.
Control it into the outcome that you want it to be.
Well, that this isn't external to us. Like I say, whether it's business or you have an anxiety issue, it's the same sort of
Those same key points are the same.
Yeah. So, so I said, well, what I mean, that's just, I'd put it, I wouldn't just read a book. I'd like do a summary and so
decipher it and all that sort of stuff.
Well, just so at the end of the book, what did that say? Like,
Mate, I do the same. I write down notes.
Yeah,
I'll talk about them in here, about any book that I'm a lot more into the audio books.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're a lot easier for me to listen to than read, but still.
I need a short one too. Like I sort of lose momentum if it's a 10-hour audio book, because they're all saying the same thing.
Yep.
But, that sort of comes to, well, if they're all saying the same thing, what is it? Like, what are these main points? Like, simplify them. What's the pillars as far as you're concerned? And like, I'd always wanted to do that. Like, I write, just for clarity, just for thinking. I think writing is thinking, and I, kind of do it compulsively, kind of thing. It's not something I sort of really enjoy. I just have to. Well,
have to get it out, sort of thing.
Yeah, I had long periods of time, where you couldn't sleep unless you fucking scribble this out, and then you could rest. And then,
Yeah, no, I do the same thing.
I'm not.
It gets it out of your head,
Yeah. That's the way I feel. But I mean, okay, so. But the impetus was, sort of a night at work when, sort of came over the radio when a colleague, I wouldn't, sort of call him a mate, had committed suicide in town. Mm. And there was a heap of it, sort of going on in the mining industry and here. And, the general chatter was, it's bloody terrible and it's awful for the family, but, if people aren't showing signs, what can you do? You know what I mean? It sort of just was a spark. I mean, I'd always written and always wanted to, but it was, there is something I can do. And that was my intention at the time, is like, well, just a pamphlet, for people who hadn't encountered this sort of material, didn't know what it was and, how it could help people to do something short, crisp, hey, here, it might help with mental health. That was my intention at the time.
Because a lot of the time these sort of self-help books and that could actually help the people that don't want to read them.
Well, yeah.
They are part of the target
They're the
audience.
people you want to read it because they're the people that need change. And I see
Mm.
what you mean about your pamphlet thing, something easier for people to digest rather
Well,
than
I
a
wanted
10-hour
to make
book.
it short at the
Yeah.
time.
So you're trying to combine all the different ideas that are really
Yeah,
the same ideas.
I wanted the main, like, okay, all right, okay, if you're going to do it, what's the main things, to simplify them. Like you say, most people don't read. And
So what were your main points that you found?
have you ever heard, like, 97% of our life is subconscious?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
It's all habit. I've read books on habit.
We think in the conscious mind, this is us. This is, I'm the one who thinks. I'm the one who feels. And you're not, There's someone else driving your experience. And, that was the message and the point that, so I was.
Like the unengaged you sort of thing in the background. Is
But
that what
you
you
that
mean?
goes through the motions.
The autonomous,
Yeah.
the involuntary, this is what the subconscious is. It doesn't think.
Yeah.
It just repeats verbatim because it's there to, once we learn how to do something.
So how do you break out of that? How do you break out of that repeat?
Is it as simple as being conscious of it? Or is there steps you can take to...
Become more conscious.
Yeah.
I never intended writing anything about religion, but, this is what I saw, and had always felt like personal development is not an industry. It's the rising of human consciousness, which is a process that had always been evolving. So it's sort of like, as I'm writing, I was like, look, if I'm to be honest, I have to say this.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, but it also meant, the best news available to us, consciousness is the cure. What is the cause of our suffering is unconsciousness. What's the cure? Consciousness.
What steps can you take to become more conscious in that, to try and bring those subconscious thoughts? Because it's sort of like if someone was to ask you, like, oh, what are you doing now, mate? Oh, I'm just doing this. Why are you doing it like that? Oh, it's because that's how it's done.
It's awareness. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, oh, I'm just going through the motions here, mate.
Like if I was to have 3 pillars, it's mindfulness, which is, we'll sort of
being mindful of it, yeah.
Well, what do you perceive as mindfulness? Like, what's your? If I said that, what do you think it is?
Oh, I think it of mindfulness is, all right, just stop, have a think about what you're doing, whatever it is. Is that what you want to be doing? Because I don't think people stop
Intentional.
enough and have, intentional, yeah. And what I'm doing here, am I doing it to achieve what I want to long term, or just going through the motions?
Is there a reason?
Yeah. What's my long goal here? What am I trying to achieve? Because you might find 10 years down the track you're doing the same shit, wondering why you're not getting what you really want to do.
Well, because there's someone else driving, or there's something else driving. We're kind of
That's the
passengers.
subconscious. Yeah.
Well, yeah. So the whole point is, how do I speak to the driver? How do I?
How do you speak to the driver, mate?
How you communicate with this thing is, how would it feel? How would it feel to have this thing that you want? Our lives are less imaginary than we think.
So the law of attraction. So, I know a lot of people. It's probably
Duped.
Well,
that don't believe in it.
Well, no, not that don't believe in it. Know about it. We'll use that as something that people can relate to, as in regards to the secret.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it talks about the law of attraction and that sort of stuff. If you visualize something that you want.
But it's a very old law. Like it's existed for thousands of years.
Yeah, it goes longer than the Netflix series or the book that exists. It's way back. Yeah.
And by all reports, was kind of hidden in scripture for, you had to actually have good intent to be able to understand it. But you mentioned The Secret. I think was a offshoot from the work of Esther Hicks. The New Thought movement was an interpretation of scripture. It was all like, this is what they meant in the book.
And it's like putting all your energy behind something to get what you desire, basically. But do you think they hit all the points that they should have in that book, or?
I think, to me, what they missed was, we live in a feedback loop of, okay, I want all these things. I think that's the important point of it is I don't get what I want. I feel like I get what I feel like I already have. You have to create that belief in yourself.
Yeah.
That this is already present, and then it appears.
Yeah.
And like to come back to mental health sort of stuff, like, and mindfulness is. Our situations are far more imaginary than we think.
Yeah.
What's going on is like,
There's a lot going on in people's heads.
I've been in situations that just through life experience, I suppose, that I've been like, oh
teacher.
God, I don't want to go out in public. After my marriage breakup, and I thought, fuck, everyone's going to be thinking he's so young. And he's been divorced twice now. And I thought, I didn't even want to go out in public. I just didn't want to go out. It was just embarrassing to me thinking that everyone would be thinking, bah, this guy's a fucking loser. But no one actually cares.
And that's
They
your
really
internal.
don't care. Yeah, that's my internal.
That's your internal feedback loop.
Because everyone's on their own internal feedback loop. They don't actually care.
No.
So as soon as it took a while, but when I did get that out of my head, fucking hell. So it's so much better.
It comes down to you're your own worst critic. Like the stuff you play over in your head.
Most people aren't interested in personal development because they don't know what it is.
It's pretty confronting too to some people too.
People don't want to admit something that's wrong with them, I
definitely.
suppose. And that's why they're not interested in self-improvement because they don't think they need
I
it.
think it's like a really confusing age that we live in because, it's like, what should, we all seem to be in this fishbowl. And don't realize
Fuck, you are bombarded with some shit. And the fishbowl you're talking about, I think you mentioned it earlier, didn't you, Mark? About you talk about something, it pops up in your phone.
Yeah.
And you just live in this loop that that your social medias decide that you live in.
Can influence what we think, feel, and believe.
Ridiculous, isn't it? So
Is unconscious, so
are they feeding that unconscious as well and making it even
Of
can't.
course they are. Like,
Which is probably why mental health is on the up.
social media. Like, it's not like, I can't remember the name of it, but it's a Netflix series of, all these social media gurus come out and say, our prize, how we get money is make you more addicted.
Yep.
And their algorithms, like someone programs it in, but then it just gets smarter.
Is it
It's
the
like,
social dilemma?
yeah,
that's
Roger.
the one I've seen.
Yeah, I've seen it. Yeah.
It's like it's the
If anyone
equivalent
hasn't
of having-
seen that, watch it. It's a fucking real eye opener. And it made me delete socials. The only socials that I've got now are for this podcast.
I like what he says at the end. When they invented the bicycle, it did this for us. It improved our lives, but we don't understand how this thing has impacted our life.
Technology's taken over.
AI is not coming. It's
No.
It's
Yeah.
here, and we won't know the effects until we're looking at it with hindsight and going, fuck.
So that's amplifying all of this echo chamber sort of stuff.
Yeah, and look, I think the real effect of it is shortening our attention span. Like, our eyes are the prize. Like, what they want is our attention.
Yep.
So, and this has been progressively happening. The competition for our attention has just become next level. Like AI, like algorithm.
And it's like a false hope. If they're showing you, like going back to the law of attraction, if they're showing you something you want, but you're not actually physically getting it, it's like a false hope sort of
the
thing that they're
promise.
painting.
Man,
Yeah.
look, people sell you on a promise of how to, but look, they have to. The promise affects the result. Can I finish the book? Every 400-500 years came a great reformer of spirituality, and it happened for the same reasons that the hierarchy had robbed people, and it became something exclusive instead of something inclusive. They came to bring an end to religion, not to start a new one. And to me, that's what personal development is. And to me,
right.
it's much more powerful because it's like, this isn't a single person going for, spearheading this change. This is human consciousness rising.
There's no deity behind it. It is, hey, here's the info. You can do it
It's
yourself.
not
You
just
don't
in
need
the
someone
info.
to tell you.
It's in our movies. It's in our themes. It's that we want meaning. That we are creatures of reason. It's in our songs. It's in culture.
Yeah.
It's not. Like I say, I never intended.
But you got to know where it comes from to lead on.
Well,
from it,
if
don't
I
it?
was to be,
It
that's
needed
what
to be
I
there,
say.
like you said. Yeah.
If I'm to be honest, like I can't say this without saying this. This is what it is. And I'll mention the body of the book, but if I'm to say a process of consciousness, then you kind of have to end the book with an outcome of that process.
Yep.
Okay, if you're so smart, what do you think is going to happen? And which is similar to mindfulness for me is this change isn't coming, it's here. We just don't value presence of mind enough to actually be able to sense.
You got to make the change.
Well, there's magic outside of it. That's the essence of alchemy. And if I just say there was a message of the book, it's alchemy, that jokes aren't funny on their own.
They need
Jokes aren't
context
funny on
behind
their
them.
own.
Well, you're the one who laughs. You're the one who makes an ordinary moment into something extraordinary. This is the rod. This is the experiential device. Is us.
Yeah.
Jokes aren't funny on their own. It's experiences that make them funny. It's the people involved in it.
It's us that can make ordinary moments into extraordinary ones.
Yep.
Through our attitudes. If we cut to mindfulness, like there was lots of reasons why I wanted to write the book, but like if it was going to be a book written, it was to pay homage to a book that like changed my life, which was The Power of Now, which was once again this like I say, the religious reformations that have happened over time, and lots of this sort of spiritual shit that I read is sort of saying similar stuff of they're all saying the same thing, and they come from a single source. All scripture,
All religions are very closely related. They all, they're
Which
all
is
saying
strange
some
why they hate each other, but
well,
shit. I'm right, you're not. I'll circle back with your pillars and that. So, what are your main pillars of your book? There, you're referring to pillars there before.
well, mindfulness is one of them.
Yeah.
I think I sort of started on that point that the price to paradise, heaven, however we want to define it.
Yeah.
But it can't be, you know what I mean? It can't be value because what we've been conditioned to value for so long is position, status, ownership, attention,
That's
recognition.
all you see. Like, what are you chasing in life, mate? What do you want to do?
That's the only
You go,
questions
well, I
people are
wanna do this,
interested
I want
in.
to get a car, I want to get a house.
People
heard
look
of
at
people
you.
looking at climbing the ladder. Like, I've got to climb the
But if
ladder.
you're not
That's the
interested in
key
that-
to success. But
Well, that's the definition, according to.
Popular belief, according to.
But some people get up the top of that ladder and they're like, oh, well, what now? And it means they've climbed the fucking wrong one.
100%. And
People are never good enough.
This is my point. Is paradise doesn't. There is no entry fee. It doesn't matter who you are, what you own. If you know where it is, then you can go there anytime. And this is what that
Explain your
mindfulness-
tattoo there, because I've
Well,
been
the
staring
power
at
of
it
now.
all night.
This saved my life at the time.
So you're pointing at your wrist. Explain to me what your tattoo is.
The time is now. Like,
It's a watch with now written on it.
yeah.
I reckon that's pretty fucking powerful tattoo.
Well, it was the time, when I read The Power of Now, and it saved me from what I was going through. I don't know, they might seem like simple ideas, but I just wish it would occur to the people that most need it.
yeah,
I-
definitely.
Mm.
What was your epiphany
what
moment
matters.
with your book?
Well, yeah, that was the sort of the end of that thing was, what's the outcome of that process of consciousness, which, was kind of, if I'm to say there's turning points in my life, they were always books.
Yeah.
And the first one I read was a book called Pyramid Odyssey.
Just a pyramid that you ought to see. Yeah.
I'd fucking love to.
Another pyramid scheme.
The gist of this book was there's a strange thing about Egypt that the older the things are, the larger and harder to create that they were. And I've watched lots of stuff, lots of shows on the pyramids, but they all seem to neglect the primary point of this book that I read, that there's only one with ascending passageways. There's only one pyramid with ascending passageways. So chambers in the middle of them, which I think is, the most significant point. You know what I mean? If the oldest thing there is, and there's a devolution in their abilities, what's the first thing?
Yeah.
Which is, they blocked all of these ascending passageways from knowledge for anyone to get in. They didn't discover them to 1700s or such. But in the pyramid, in his words, they built a man-made mountain as meticulously as we cut gems.
Yeah.
So you're talking, okay, as our view of science happens, we're just 3000 BC, 4000 BC, we're just discovering subsistence farming. These people were cutting, perfectly
Precisely.
symmetrical,
Yep.
like that, buttered together with no mortar, that you can't get a pin between them these days.
Yeah.
Not one.
And we sit there and we're
2.5
baffled at that shit.
2.5
now.
million stones, all granite, polished granite lining.
And that's the thing. People look at the pyramids now and they think, oh, yeah,
Oh.
but that's not how they were back in the day. They were smooth as fuck.
Yeah. Have you read some of that? Like,
I have.
I've dabbled.
So they took the casings off them.
Yeah.
It got
Half of Cairo's
robbed,
built
basically.
with it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
How's that for environmental? And
They're good on you.
Because it was
Egypt,
just
yeah,
a
wankers.
big, it was pretty much shiny, wasn't it?
it was
Like almost reflective.
limestone.
Yeah.
White.
Yeah.
So, and this is the point of Egyptology is there was no subjects as in mathematics and stonemasonry and geology and astronomy. It was all a single subject, which was the expression of the divine. Art. Everything was to inspire awe, which is
Get the creative juices flowing.
well, you imagine you're Jesus. You're a carpenter and you've been doing, using these crude tools your whole life, and you come across this in the desert and just, it opens your mind to
Yeah.
far out. Like there's
And its
actually
abilities.
something else.
How crazy is that is still a symbol of that these days? You can look at it and go, fucking how?
So
How did
everything
they
was
do
linked
that?
together back in the day.
And the stories
did they do
were,
it?
oh, yeah, slaves built it. But then they said, oh, the precision behind it suggests that they were trained professionals. And you think, how do
And
you...
the casing stones have to be placed in from above. So you've got scaffolding, you've got ramps, you've got,
And those stones were from a quarry that was
well,
hundreds of k's away.
defies logic.
Yeah,
As
definitely.
to, and in his opinion, okay, before the flood, which is recorded in all biblical stories and indigenous cultures, there was a race that lived on Earth that said, right, how do we lock up the proof, the knowledge of our existence that into something that will surpass time, that will last through the ages, not just last through the ages, but when they come to the end of the next age,
Preserve
there's more
history.
to us than we think. Something in very human form's gone. That, like I say, the discipline of science says that we're as smart as we are now. Knowledge has been a progression. That's denied.
Pretty
Yet
in the
somehow-
contradictory, isn't it?
Somehow we've forgotten how to do
That there was a fall
what's
from higher
seemingly
consciousness.
simple stonework.
That there was a fall from higher consciousness. That I don't know what. That's kind of another discussion, I suppose. I don't
It
know
definitely is.
We
It's
actually
open
already
to-
have had a similar discussion to this.
of origins of human.
Yeah. We've had a similar discussion to this on the
What's-
podcast a few sessions ago. We won't go deep into it,
No,
but
just tell.
but it's on ancient civilizations, and there's a Netflix series on it that he's not an archaeologist, but I know archaeologists hate him
Yeah,
because he's saying that it's different. Like our origins go back a lot further than what's documented, and we spoke about after that forgotten skills. Because the pyramids are one, and we're forgetting more and more as time goes on. And like I said, we won't delve deep into it because we only just touched on it
But
not long ago.
the
But
guts of that was he was looking at structures around the world that people had carbon dated. Righto, this is when it was made. And he goes, "Oh, right, that's when the outside of it was made. Have a look at the inside of these steps here. They obviously predate the outside of it. So these are places through time, relics or whatever that, influential sites that people have added to over time. They're only just touching the surface of it rather than starting in the middle.
And
There are these...
Like with Egypt, like I say, if you to go back to the beginning and call this, to me, the ascending passageways is pretty obvious that this is the first monument that was erected there. And you look at the Sphinx that they say has evidence of 12,000 BC, a time when Egypt was a rainforest.
Yeah.
It's got alluvial erosion that dates
weathering in a fucking desert.
It's too hard to explain as it is, but let's bring the date for it because, fuck me.
So from here, you said you've got other things you're working on now, more short form sort of.
Yeah, definitely would like to. I love writing. I think writing is thinking, and I am writing a new book. It's almost finished, but to make it digestible, to make that message reach people, you have to do it shorter and find that way to intrigue them, which
shorter and broaden it.
Well,
yeah, you got to put in analogies that everyone will understand.
My thing is, I think TikTok's the fucking future. Like, people want to watch fucking.
She's the layman term of layman terms, isn't it?
It's
people want to watch something short that gives them something that intrigues them.
Oh, so I'm not going to say TikTok's the future, but short form content seems to be. Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah. No.
Same thing though.
No,
Yeah.
I mean we're on TikTok and we've got followers on there and that sort of stuff. But short form content, like you said, people's attention span is shortening.
Well, you have,
and I've noticed YouTube
can I
shorts.
Give you something? Yeah,
yeah. The YouTube shorts and that you've got a maximum limit of a minute. Got a minute to get your point across, which is something that I'm struggling to put any fucking funny, sarcastic thing that we come up with on here, because there's such a lead in with puns. It doesn't make sense if you clip a minute of a conversation. It's not funny.
What makes something viral?
Yeah,
you can't tell.
No, there's no way of telling.
But
we're not doing this to try and go viral. We're just doing it to get our thoughts and opinions and fucking sarcastic, funny sayings out there.
I see this as similar to what you're talking about with your book. This is just this. We do it. We're doing it.
This is our outlet.
Want meaning, and if you're to provide, in a casual context of someone who's having a really hard time for something, you're someone to talk to. Who they don't have any personal connection to.
Someone to listen to. We're here to talk to each other for other people to listen. That's what our thing's about.
And man, it's ballsy. Like, whenever you put yourself.
Oh, well, come on.
Huh?
Well, some of us are ballsy.
Yeah, well, fucking hell.
Well, I'm just saying, whatever you do is open to criticism.
Yeah, it's out there, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Or it's a good feeling for me
to be criticised.
Yep. I enjoy having it out there. It's sort of like, run at me, bro. What do you got? I'm open to criticism.
Yeah, I encourage criticism. I like criticism because you get something from people's opinions.
It's either bullshit
something
or
to work on. I mean, you can assess it. No, I'm not saying I listen to every single thing that person says. No. And sometimes I look at it in the opposite, that they're just, because some people will do that to try and bring you down a peg if they think you need it.
They're not doing anything. I listened to this Brene Brown. She's one of these people of courage. I think that's her sort of thing. And her thing.
I am woman, hear me roar.
Yeah, kind of. And she gave this speech and like overnight went viral for whatever reason, but copped a lot of, and this is the return that she sort of had, is like, why does she get a bit more Botox? Yeah, she has to like herself. God, have a look at her. Like, if you're not in the arena, copping punishment, I'm not interested in your feedback. Like,
Fair enough.
well, man,
Yep.
there's-
I see what you mean there.
man,
yeah.
100 fucking people can say, how fucking stupid are these blokes? Like,
Mm.
you know, it was like, what are you doing?
So normally I'll ask a question of what would you tell your younger self?
Yeah.
But I feel like you've answered that already through us talking. What advice you would give your younger self?
What's my answer?
Tell me your thoughts. Go for
Well,
it.
like, okay, honestly, if I met my younger self, like, look, you know what you're like as a kid.
Yeah,
You're
fuck with.
scared.
Oh,
What's going
sorry,
to
yeah.
become of me? You know, will I be successful? And I can tell him, you know, something, mate, it's going to be more fucking amazing than you ever imagined because you found spirituality. You know, all these things that you see now of, you know, oh, am I going to have a house? Am I, you know, going to fucking have to do this? And people are going to pick on me, you know, like, it's like, man, you got something better than a Lamborghini and a jet plane. It's like you have an appreciation. You have a purpose, you know, that are worth more than fame and money.
So sort of don't worry about your material stuff.
You found something beyond. It's going to be better than you ever thought. Yeah, and like, man, okay, you're bald, you have your health, you have a family, you have relationships, you know, you've got a fucking kick-ass job.
Life's good, brother. Get ready.
Fuck. Well, it's better than good.
I've got another question for you. What's the first drink you've ever had, and did it blow your mind?
Fuck. I'm just going to probably be a bit
What's the first time? The first drink.
First
you've
time
had?
you got drunk.
Yeah, there you go.
masala. Probably 13. I pissed on the old girl's bed. Walked
Yeah,
into
right.
their room, semi-conscious.
Oh, the old. Yeah, it wasn't me, love. It was the subconscious.
Oh,
That old
what are you
chestnut.
doing? Wake up. Like, oh, fuck.
Look at me, I'm pissed.
Hey, fucking, you know. And
So
that's
she
what,
was a good session, eh?
oh, and that's what I mean of the whole pleasure thing. You know, this is, you know, we're not doing intentionally. It's how we get belonging, you know, with our peer groups. And
Yeah, you feel part of something, don't you?
well, it's funny. It's fun. And it's
It's fun to piss on your mum's bed.
Well-
That's what you're saying.
no. Whenever we get praise or rejection at work, it shapes our character unconsciously. You know, we become, what's I was saying, you know, we are who we think other people think we are.
Yeah. I get
You know,
that.
so whenever, you know, there's, our lives are shaped by these unintentional events where if they got something out of it, I'm going to have to do it again. I'm going to have to be that clown. I'm going to have to be that.
Yeah, the old class clown theory. I'll get it. So,
It was you, wasn't it?
yeah,
no,
that
it was,
wasn't me,
yeah.
mate.
No,
Were you the
I was
class
quiet as shit.
Studious,
Studious.
got good marks.
No.
No, I'm a good
No.
mark. So.
No, I got shit marks in school. Well, we'll go into school another time, but
Oh,
yeah, yeah, no, quiet as in school.
You know, my only point is, like a lot of this happens as a process that, you know, one time gives us pleasure and it becomes a pattern and becomes a habit. And
So you pissed in your mum's bed multiple times.
Oh, heap.
So it's,
No.
every
I'm
weekend
just saying,
after that.
as that need to belong, you know, you do things that are, you know, I fucking smoked pot for fucking 30 years. You know, that's what all my mates did. And now, you know what I mean? They weren't your fucking dorky mates at school. They were people that had your back.
How do you know I had dorky mates at school? You point to me when you
Oh,
say
no.
that.
Neil the nerd.
Fucking hell, yeah.
I feel personally attacked here.
Have some fizz
I
with
had
your
nerdy mates, you know, and it's like, I don't want to hang out with those cunts. They can't even fight. You know?
Yeah, I didn't really want to hang around with anyone in school. Didn't really feel like I fit
Do you want
into
to
a
talk
group.
about it?
No, not really.
I think we should.
I'm happier now.
Yeah?
No, we're not here to talk about me. But another one of our set questions is, what was your first car?
Escort panel van.
Ah, you had an escort at a young age. Tell us about your first escort.
They're small, but you can still root in them, can't you?
Panel vans?
Yeah.
Or escorts?
Escort panel vans. Like, they're not a fucking Sandman. Like, I'm not a fucking...
Depends if you get a good one or not, I'd say.
Oh, Sandman, so she was sleeping.
You fucking... I'm getting lost here now. But yeah, it was an escort panel van.
Yeah, righto. Good fun, eh?
My first route wasn't an escort.
Okay.
As long as it wasn't in your mum's bed as well.
She was out. No, I knew.
Escort panel van. How many burns outs did you do?
Oh, she fucking had a bit of stick.
Yeah.
Had a bit of stick. Was she a girl or what? What are we talking like?
Fucking 2 litre. Went all right.
Yeah. Good thing, eh?
Smashed it through a fence. Pissed.
Yeah, right.
I'm a fucking naughty boy. Did the
No
wrong
good, mate.
Okay.
Fucking there you go.
You don't want to elaborate
Yeah.
on that, and that's
Well,
She
okay.
had a bit of stick. She was from Thailand.
Yeah.
We'll leave it at that.
I gave her a bit of fence.
Yeah, don't take offence to that.
No.
But we'll take a break because I'm due for another beer.
Yeah, same.
And after the break, we're going to get straight into
Down and dirty.
Mark's book.
Oh yeah.
Well, we'll
I
talk
read
about that
it
after
too,
the
mate.
break.
We are extremely intelligent beings, and we
Us three here, yes. No, I know.
That's the greatest
I know what you're
compliment
saying.
you've ever given me. I've been included in a conversation of intelligent little people. Fuck that up on purpose.
Anyway, we're back from beers,
yeah.
and we're gonna flow straight
I
into
feel like there's this
fusion.
Lightsaber.
well that was has been tethered for a long time.
Umbilical cords.
Oh, that we're same mother, I
That time you
suppose.
shared the room and fucking you picked on me.
Yeah,
And now you've come.
I don't
to-
think we ever picked on each other when we were kids, did we?
that's his view on it.
He's the older
I
brother.
didn't pick on you. I don't know. I've got a short memory. Anyway, we're moving into. Tell us, Mark.
Mate, I have a book that I absolutely love. Total Lemons. Yep, she's a beauty. Tony Davis. Get on it. Flick through
Worth
it.
reading.
Worth a read. She's a good book, mate.
For what's it about?
It's about lemons. And let me just find my car.
Give us a description of lemons, just for Simon here.
Lemons, it's a car that is a car, but it doesn't necessarily do everything it was cracked up to do. So it's like, it's a flop. Should have been a good
so
car.
this is like
but it
a
wasn't.
summary, a collection of all the cars that failed. That
All
pretty
the cars
much.
that fails, all the cars that could have done better.
here's the promises that they've made through making them, and
Some
boom.
silly ideas.
So
as
tell us
well.
tonight's promise. What do we got
Tonight's
here?
promise is the Ford Gyron.
And I've got a picture up on the TV if you'll have a gander.
oh my god,
It looks like something from Futurama.
mate,
It
that is
does.
a fucking.
It looks like a Jetsons car, actually.
I can't believe you wouldn't pick chicks up in that. How did that fail?
Well, see, that's the thing.
It looks like a doorstop. It's like
Pretty
very
small.
aerodynamic.
Shaped like a wedge.
Yeah, shaped like a wedge. Yeah.
What was the problem?
So,
Has it got one wheel at the front?
all right, we're
Like
going
the
to get
Mr.
onto
Bean
this.
car?
So,
Go straight into the wheel. I wanna know about it.
1961, Ford engineers announced they had cleverly used a gyroscope. Do you know what that is?
Yeah,
Do you know what that is, Neil?
Oh, don't they? What are those things they got with cameras to auto stabilize?
The gimbal sort of setup. They're
Yeah.
a part of it. So, pretty much the way I describe it is people do tests on YouTube. They have a chain with a bicycle wheel hanging off of it. They spin that bicycle wheel really fast, and that wheel ends up orientating itself so that the wheel is vertical. So that's the way it sort of works. It spins so fast, it off-centers itself that it
That's the
creates its
gyroscope.
own center of gravity sort of setup.
that's
So
the gyroscope.
that's gyroscope.
Mm.
Hope I'm not fucking that up.
Well, yeah,
Good luck fact checking that because it took me ages to figure that out. But so they've put one in this car, and it actually has one wheel at the front and one wheel at the back.
What? What?
So,
Really?
yep.
We'll have a
So
look
it
at the
runs-
side view here.
Yep.
Oh, good.
No,
It's got a
it's
on the
smaller
front.
wheel.
Another
One wheel
wheel.
at the back. It
It's
has.
got 2 wheels.
It's got 2 wheels. How the
2
fuck?
wheels.
So it's a bike car.
It's a bike car.
No, but you told us it had 1 wheel at the back.
One wheel at the back, one wheel at the front.
Yeah, 2
looks
wheels.
Looks like another wheel through there.
Yeah. So
Well, it'll fall over. It's only
It
got
did
2
Yeah,
wheels.
it needs like a bicycle prop to stand up.
it's got 2 little props to sit on while the gyroscope builds up revs to actually create its own center of gravity, sort of thing, so it stays upright.
It's
But,
a
yeah,
motorbike.
1961 is when it was made. The top speed was 8 k's an hour.
8 k's an
8
hour.
k's an
Thing
hour.
won't balance.
How fast can people walk?
I don't know, but I would say
I'd give that a
you
crack.
could run faster than 8 k's an hour.
Easily.
Put them out there.
I reckon.
So it was
I'm surprised
limousine like.
I reckon you could
5
jog
limousine.
faster than 8 k's, but yeah, go.
It was 5.3 meters in length, 2 meters wide, yet only transported 2 people. So it's a monumental waste of everyone's time.
It's a fucking chick magnet, bro.
It is. Bloody,
Look at him. He's
Look
going,
at
hey, you want to get in here? She's
see
like,
this thing? She's
Yeah.
bigger than an
"Don't worry
escort.
about it, let's just fuck now.
I don't care if you're not an escort. Get in here.
So what do you know how you like get bikes started and you got to
fucking
have
rad.
one foot on the ground and that do they like auto prop
That's what
up?
the props are for.
Yeah, but do they auto pop up sort of thing?
They
You've got a
auto
button
pop
in.
up. You start the car up once the gyroscope's running. She's good to go. You let your pops out. That
For the life
props
of me,
out.
I can't
The
understand why that
gyroscope
didn't take off.
runs.
Yeah, to get the revs up because it's a whole heap of cylinders spinning in opposite directions to off center itself.
Oh my fucking god! This
Yeah.
seems like the most technical car in the world.
Oh, it was a failure, mate.
Yeah, and we'll
Yeah,
get on to why. Ford's head stylist called the guy on an outstanding example of visionary that is the heart of progress in the automotive styling. So it's been a couple of years now. People still aren't sure what the fuck he's talking about because that thing is ugly.
A couple
Yeah.
of years.
It's been a fair few years now, mate.
it's got like a bubble top.
Yeah.
I'm going to compare it to a Jetsons car.
Yep.
Homer Simpson's Odyssey. Odyssey? Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
The Homer.
No.
The Homer.
Homer's,
Homer's
okay.
car. I don't know if you've
Yeah,
watched The Simpsons,
yeah,
but
I did.
It's the
it's
simple
got that.
Homer,
It's got that bubble top. It's just a big glass dome.
Homer
on
the
top.
philosopher
Yeah.
actually wrote a book called Odyssey. Yeah.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
We've come full circle. So the features of this car included a steering dial with separate inner rings to control the speed and direction of travel, apparently allowing the vehicle to be driven from either seat.
8Ks is a bit. Let's slow this down.
Yeah, what?
I'll
I
read
don't know
that
how
again.
balanced doing 8Ks an hour.
Mate, it is amazing. So they actually had to build props for it because as they were building it, they were assured that the gyroscope would be large enough to keep the machine oriented right, like a fucking motorbike. But it wasn't. So they'd put little props on there.
Because of the speed.
Yeah. Yeah, because you got to start it up, mate. As it's sitting there not doing anything, you need a kickstand for a fucking motorbike, don't you?
So how do you go at a stoplight?
You don't.
Or when you're doing
You
it,
don't
go
use
at a
stoplights.
mate. You get a ticket
you
if
know,
you go at a stoplight.
here's the launch, and we just take off in this thing. It's like,
We're going. It's like, what do they call them?
I'm not going to pick nothing in that thing, are I? What's the
little
word?
wheels on side bikes.
Side
Training
cars.
wheels, yeah.
Training wheels.
It's like training wheels until you get going. But it doesn't matter because it was destroyed in a fire in Rotunda in
Well, they only made
1962.
one.
They only made one.
What a
She's a
fucking-
concept car.
Oh, right.
But it was destroyed in a fire in 1962.
No one
So
ever.
it does, that's actually disappointing that it doesn't exist.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
I reckon
Makes you wonder why.
Someone would have
Oh,
probably
you think
had,
conspiracy?
Did it work too well? Did it go 9 k's an hour? That's what I
Did old
wonder.
mate fuck the boss's wife in it? and go, hey,
She does look
scrapped.
like the boss's wife.
He's going,
well,
hey.
hang on a
I'm
minute.
trying to think of where there would be room for sex in that thing.
In that photo, she is already wearing a pearl necklace. So I'm not sure.
She's just do me on the bonnet.
That's a big bonnet.
Yeah, I don't
Well,
care.
car as well.
you wouldn't have to go in the car, would you?
How much air can that take?
It looks
take
like-
in? Like it's like a
You could fit a single bed
Whoever
mattress
made
on
it
it.
thieved a fair bit of air, I would think. But it's pretty wild.
Mm.
So, like,
I'm puzzled, mate, as to why that didn't work. Fuck.
yeah, it seemed so simple. Yeah.
Is that we're only getting one?
Oh, so
that's all
It
you
was a
get, mate.
classic example.
that's it for
Did
them
you read
tonight.
that whole thing?
Pardon?
Did you read that whole thing?
No, they got a passage in there.
Huh? No, I mean, have you read that whole book?
The whole book, yeah.
You reckon that was the monumental
No.
example?
No, that's
Oh, there's
tonight's
plenty.
example. we
There's
go
plenty
through
to
one of
come.
these a
Let's
session.
revisit. Fucking hell, that.
If
You
you
don't
want
reckon
to, if
that's
you want to
11?
revisit, we're going to put all of these individual segments
It's one of your favourites.
up on YouTube.
Favourites?
Classic failures.
Mate, you'll find out. Stay tuned.
Oh, mate. You have got me intrigued.
I can see you
if there
move forward a
any-
bit, you'll be on the edge of your seat.
If they're anything like that thing, I'm like,
It's amazing, isn't it?
it's wow.
What could have been.
No, well, with the end of that, I think we'll get into whiskey time. Yeah, go through some random thoughts,
Why not?
Random.
and yeah, we'll pick something off the top shelf there and have a few sips over it over some classical music.
You
Yep.
guys are fucking trying to get me drunk.
Yeah, well, we've
Yes,
got to
we
get
are.
that space on your head somehow, don't we?
Headspace.
Headspace.
Yeah, I actually think that's a meditation app.
It is.
Oh, my God.
That's got to bring a discount to us, doesn't it?
I know. Do you just meditate?
Yeah, we're going to use the promo code.
I've got Headspace on my phone.
Promo code, the chapter.
I haven't used it, but anyway, we're taking a break, getting some whiskey.
Right.
So we're back here, and this time we've got a whiskey instead of a beer. Well, I do. These other dickheads have got rum.
Mate, I've got a Trinidad rum.
A Trinidad.
Trinidad, that's what it's called. Look it up.
Yeah, right. What do you got? A Baghdad rum.
I think your dad might have made this rum.
Oh, it's my dad's rum.
Call me what you like, but
I had no idea. We've actually found your real dad.
I thought that's what you were going heading towards, Trinidad.
That's the
No,
actual name of it.
What we're actually heading towards is normally this time of the night we discuss some of our random thoughts and questions of the world. So we try to delve deep into the simple things over some classical music,
Cheers.
even though I'm the only one drinking whiskey.
Yeah, good on you, fellas.
Rum's a whiskey.
Rum's a rum.
Rum's a whiskey. I like it. So,
is.
I have a random thought that I'd like to bounce off you.
I've got to put the classical music on, Mark.
Oh, you do actually. We're missing something.
And tonight's classical music is Street Fighter 2.
Wow.
Because this is a
lovely.
game that you grew up playing. Is that
Yeah.
not correct?
Yeah. I was a champion.
Yeah?
Champion,
Yeah.
eh?
Can you remember a lot of it?
Kind of. Well, I remember winning, like just kicking everyone's ass.
Yeah.
Like that flying, you know, that superpower. Dis. Like you're out.
I know nothing about
Smash
this.
them.
No,
You'll never get
you-
this.
You have that. It's like a super shot, isn't it? Like, you know, when you have that power punch.
Oh, I
My
thought you-
dude had a kick, and it was just like, yeah, I'm just gonna hammer this.
Oh, you were one of
I had
them
no
wankers
defense.
that spammed the low kick.
No,
Just old mate kept low kick. You
it
just
was
keep
actually
tripping
like
over
a
the
jump
whole
in the
fucking
air. It was a
game.
jump in the air and just a bus.
Mm.
Like
So
two
how
or three
did you-
times you're out.
How did you win? Like, did you have any anything to help you along? Did you have any
Determination.
determination? Just running on determination, hopes
Mushrooms.
and dreams. Mushrooms.
Mushroom.
We're all on mushrooms, so I can't claim that.
Ah, well. So mushrooms
you were
and
on-
determination.
You're on more mushrooms than the other people, and that's what
I
made you
think I
win.
just wanted it more.
Wanted more
Mushrooms.
mushrooms.
No, I wanted to win.
Oh,
I wanted to be crowned champion.
Mate, all I know is he didn't have much room for failure, this bloke.
Mm.
Good
Actually,
to go.
like that same night, and
Oh, it's only one night you played this.
oh, it was the night I just kicked everyone's ass. Like I have had a few wins at Street Fighter, but I still believe this to this day that animals can hear our thoughts.
Holy fucking shit. Hang on a minute. Zoom in on Harley right now.
My dog is just outside there.
Fucking bring him in. I'll say I'll teach him.
I'm not bringing him in because I don't think my dog hears his
maniac.
own thoughts, let alone anyone else's.
Well,
but
I'm just fucking telling you. Might have been tripping off my head, but I was like, there was a fish tank there, and I was like, huh? You're what?
Like, well, what, mate?
And like
were they talking to you?
one in particular, it's like
Only one.
it was going like this in front of me, and I was like, "Are you hungry? Do you want me to get some food?" It's like he'd dart to the opposite side of the tank.
What did
Yeah.
that mean?
I'm not hungry. I'm trying to fucking tell you that I can talk to you. I can hear you. And ever since that day, it's like,
If ever I see a fish dart,
it's not a fish, bro.
To
It's
one
all
side.
animal. Animals can fucking
oh,
sense.
not just fish. If ever I see something dart to the other side of the tank,
Animals on darts.
No.
Smoking animals.
Just animals in general. They sense your energy.
They know what's going on.
Oh,
So, what was the fish's name?
it wasn't my fish. I don't know. Hey, we got quite close.
I knew
on
there was
that
something
night.
fishy going on with this conversation here.
I was just like, holy. Like, it was undeniable, man. And I might have been tripping off my head, but
Nah, it doesn't sound like it.
no.
hey, man, yeah. Just nature is fucking magic, and you can never tell when those signs will alert you to something that you're supposed to be aware of. And quite often they come to me as animal
Manifestations.
Man of fish
symbols.
stations.
Manifestations.
Man trainer fish stations. They all oh my god.
I mean, do you guys, like frogs, dragonflies?
A little bit.
Like particular animals.
Dragonflies sort of look like helicopters to me. Yeah.
Do they have any personal sense of?
Do I have a spirit animal? Is that what you're asking me?
Something.
No.
You... Great.
Yeah, mine's a shark. Mark the shark.
Ah.
Yep, get on it.
Fuck, what would be my spirit animal?
An otter. Because I can't think of anyone odder than you.
I think my spirit animal would be an otter.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah.
Why?
Why? I like the fact that I don't know whether this is a well-known fact or just something that I know because I know a lot about otters. But when they're in the water, they actually hold hands with their family and their partners so they don't drift apart.
Yeah,
And I like that about them. I think that's
connection,
that's a good trait in an animal. Yep, connection.
trust.
Uh,
loyalty.
also, I'm pretty sure they build rank dams, and I'm
Mm.
all about water management. So,
Fucking hell.
so I like that about
I'm
them.
pretty sure that's beavers, isn't it? Build the awesome
Are they
dams.
similar?
Oh fuck, maybe they are.
Yeah, I was pretty sure they are.
Otters and beavers, are they that different?
Yeah, they
Maybe
are
they're
different.
the same family. I'm not sure.
Have you ever seen one?
I ought to check it out. I don't know.
You ever seen
Otter. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Where?
yeah. At the zoo, they've got them in the Rockhampton Zoo. Check them out. Good thing. They're fucking hilarious. They don't
no,
build
When you
dams in
saw
there
it-
though.
When you saw it, you're just like,
That's me.
And
That's
what?
me
I have a
reincarnated.
connection.
So obviously yours is fish. Is that where you're going with this?
No.
Or what's yours? Tell me.
Green frogs, dragonflies.
Why?
You can't have two.
grasshoppers.
Choose one.
No.
Grasshoppers or locusts?
Well, they're all like at any particular time.
So you're like an animorph.
I grant them some.
I can see that.
Semblance of meaning.
You are any specific animal in any given situation, if it suits you.
No. Well, there's three.
Fight or flight.
Like, flies, they fucking, they're just fucking useless cunts. Like a dragonfly. Mate, they can fly at 80 k's an hour. They're just like magic.
Fuck off.
Can they go 80 k's an hour?
And they catch mosquitoes. Like,
No wonder they make such a big mark on my windscreen. That's fucking intense. Sorry if that was your spirit animal at the time. But
they just fly with ease. Like, they're not even fucking doing anything. I think they're cool.
they do look like helicopters. I've got to say.
Sometimes you can look at them and it doesn't even look like their wings are moving. Like, you just think, you fuckers, woof. And
80
grasshoppers
k's
too, like they fucking, it represents a leap,
Leap of faith.
Yeah, they don't actually fly. They jump, don't they?
And they got some big fucker legs, like,
Yeah.
It's like
and they can't go backwards.
It's like Buzz Lightyear falling with style, isn't it? They don't fly. They
That
jump
is
and
exactly-
fall with style. They
They've got the
glide.
Buzz Lightyear essence.
They have got a wings or something, haven't they? But I just like, I don't know. You look at those eyes and you think, fucking, I just want to drink. These cunts are just like, I know every fucking thing in my environment.
So it's like, fuck, I thought I was high. Look at that grasshopper up there.
Yeah,
He's
what's he
fucking high.
thinking about?
Who knows?
I'm thinking a little bit more on my spirit animal at the moment, and I think it's a
He wants to change
combination. It's a combination between otters and beavers.
Here we go.
A botter.
Borrel.
Yeah.
And
I think it's a botter.
because of the loyalty, the water
The loyalty,
management.
the water management, yeah, bit of both, and I don't know,
They're cool
just-
looking little fuckers, aren't they? Like,
yeah,
He likes
they're
a big.
cute.
He likes a big tail.
just water critters.
Water critters.
But anyway, that's not actually what the segment's
Mine
about.
wasn't deep and meaningful. Mine was just
Well, what are
shark
you never
because it
actually
rhymes
said?
with Mark. But anyway,
Well, say you must like sharks. Like,
I'm
Yeah,
afraid
that-
of sharks. Deathly afraid of sharks.
they're an ocean predator. Like,
Yeah. Why do you think I
go
live
in
in
the ocean,
Blackwater,
they're
mate?
like it, aren't they?
Yeah. They're the alpha dog, but they're a shark.
They're the king of the sea.
Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's probably fucking vaster than land.
Sea.
Sea.
Oh shit, yeah.
You should see it, mate.
Yeah. I
Fucking
want to
vast.
see what your random thoughts are. Actually, I
Okay.
want to hear them.
I've got one. So what my first random thought is, why do they call it having a spell when you rest? I'm just going to have a spell, mate. Just wait there.
It's got to have something to do with witches.
Which one, though?
Fuck. Which one? The
Don't know.
Don't know.
Wicked Witch of the West.
Oh, yeah. So having a spell, that's what Old Love in Wizard of Oz was doing with her feet curled up underneath the house.
No, that was the East.
Oh, yeah.
The
How-
Eastern Witch.
How silly of me. Was it?
Yes, it was.
Are you sure?
Yeah, the Wicked Witch of the
Witch of the East.
the Witch of the
She
West.
sells seashells by the seashore, by the way.
The Western one. She's the one that's the bad one in the story, and the reason she's trying to get Dorothy. Why has she got the same name as a dinosaur in the Wiggles?
I don't know, but why does she have a little dog too? But anyway,
But
It's a hell of a journey.
it is.
it
And
is.
She comes to the truth.
Yeah. Do you think she was on mushrooms?
Just having a good time,
Mushrooms.
Well, what did she meet along the way? And through taking in those characteristics, found out that the wizard is just a fucking
He's a man behind a curtain, which is
not what she thought. Like,
pretty well
I
onto
can
the
actually-
theme what we've been talking about.
Exactly.
Men behind curtains, don't trust them.
Mm.
9 times out of 10, they're not meant to be there, and you
The
should get the
controller
fuck out of your house.
is not as unapproachable or powerful as we think.
And
Yeah.
and all of the Wizard of Oz was a dream, and she was sleeping, and you could consider that a spell
Under
because she
a
was
spell.
resting. So she was under a
Hey, that's what
spell.
a dream is. You're under a spell.
I don't.
Oh, it is.
Huh?
You're under a spell in a dream.
Did we just get too deep and meaningful for Simon?
Witches? Fuck no, bro. Paganism. Oldest.
Nah, he's got us. I don't know what
Nah.
paganism is.
Yes, I do.
What?
He's watched
I
Vikings.
feel like we're about to have a duel here with this music. Dun-dun-dun-dun. Where did witches come from, mate?
paganism's, arguably.
You will find out in future episodes, my friend, because
Yeah.
I've deep delved into witches.
Oh, really?
Yep, their origins.
Paganism?
Yep.
Yeah, right.
You will find out. Stay tuned.
Cool.
Yep. Something to look forward to for you, mate.
Yeah. Well, it's as old as indigenous spirituality and culture, yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, you'll find out, mate.
Well,
You'll be
I
intrigued.
actually do know a lot of witchcraft and wizardry, yeah.
So what we're gonna wait up? What? I want to hear about this.
Are you a wizard?
No, if
Harry?
you know a lot
hope so.
about witchcraft and wizardry,
That's what alchemy, I spoke at the very beginning of,
Okay,
what is the
no,
core
we-
of my message?
we're gonna
Was
come.
alchemy, yeah.
We're gonna come back to this then. I want to hear more about witchcraft and wizardry. But we'll get down to the nitty gritty of that at a later point in time. Which sort of brings me to my point. The nitty gritty.
Oh,
Now you understood what I meant just then by saying we'll get to the end to the nitty gritty of it.
oh, this was a trick.
Yes. I've bewitched you.
What is it? What does it mean? The nitty gritty.
What does the nitty gritty mean?
The heart? The real meaning?
Why do they
Just
call
short.
it the nitty gritty?
Oh, yeah, no, I don't know, bro.
Nitty gritty.
You don't have to have the real answer, just make something up.
Nitty gritty.
I feel like
It's-
nitty gritty, tiny grits. So you're getting down to the fine sandpaper, my friend. You were going from 36 grit. Now you're at a fucking cool 2000.
2000.
You're wet sanding that fucking car. You're
It's
ready
more
to
or less
paint
And
it.
if you broke one of them things off, you could put it in your hair and it'd be the same size as a knit if you had them.
Getting to the smallest possible molecule.
Is that what knits are? As knits, the definition of the smallest possible molecule.
You saying knits is the smallest thing ever?
Pretty small, but
Yeah,
Choose your
well,
words carefully.
no.
You're being recorded. Interesting.
Yeah. The
do you
nitty
actually
gritty.
know, or just
No. This is what this
This-
segment's about. We
random
ask the
thoughts?
questions and we try and find out the deep meanings of sayings that have been around forever.
Yeah.
Yeah, like things that we say that we don't actually know the meaning of. They could have a meaning, they might not, but we'll make it up.
I'll throw one more out for you, Simon. Long in the tooth. What do you think that means?
Your teeth can't actually grow anymore as you get older. They just sort of fucking fall out.
No.
Your wisdom tooth gets fucking extended.
They
mine are
only
pulled out.
extend,
Getting old.
yeah. That's why you're a stupid fuck. Sorry. Yeah, I went off a bit track there.
One fell swoop.
Yeah,
Everything you knew.
The
that was
knockout
good
blow.
is gone.
done. But yeah, long in the tooth.
Oh, I don't
Why
know.
don't they call it long in the nose or long in the ears? 'Cause they're only
the tooth
the only two
grow?
appendages that keep growing as you get older.
They are.
Have a look at any old bloke. He's got a big nose and he's got big ears.
Mm. And if you think about it, long in the nose would make sense more
Well, my
than
nose
long
is
in the
gonna
tooth.
grow when I get older.
Only if you lie.
Hmm.
And you are a little wooden puppet.
Mm. Do you know?
Huh?
Do you Pinocchio?
Oh. Oh, he's too young for you, mate, Geppetto.
It's a good movie. Has some deep meanings.
Yeah, fuck it.
Keep it real.
Everyone
Pinocchio,
wants to
you
be a real
fuck.
boy.
And we were talking about crickets before, fucking jeopardy.
But yeah. Do you have any thoughts on long in the tooth, mate? Or are you just
No, I'm just an old cunt.
what do you do with it?
Huh?
So,
A
what
long
do you
tooth.
Is this animal related? Does something get longer teeth as it gets older?
That's
I'm gonna take myself to Pokemon here. this might be beyond you a bit, Simon, but there's a Pokemon.
I don't know who fucking Pikachu is.
Well, it's a few up in the Pokedex from Pikachu. Just since you're familiar with him, obviously you know about Pokedexes.
Fucking Pokedex. They're what male Pokemon have.
And
Pokedex.
oh,
Way out of my depth, but carry on.
Rattata. It's got really long teeth, and it grows.
Yeah.
It gets
Rats.
longer teeth when it evolves, so it gets.
That's the definition of rodent, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty much.
Mm.
Do rats get longer teeth as they get older?
Well, they do. Like a rodent, that's the definition of a rodent. Their fucking incisors grow. They have to chew to fucking keep the cunts down.
Oh, I'll be fucked. It's sort of like us chewing our nails.
Yeah.
That's where long in the tooth comes from.
Rats.
Rats. You've nailed it, Simon. Fuck, you're good at this.
Have you seen Ratatouille?
Yeah, the bloke who's
Lemmy.
a chef.
Yeah, the rat who's a chef.
Mm.
Fucking great show. Anyway.
Oh, I thought you had something on that.
Oh, no, look, yeah, it's a great story, isn't it? Like,
Yeah.
there's this fucking kid who knows nothing and he's fucking trusting a rat. So
Yeah.
take
Who
him
would
to
do that?
Yeah. It's a good analogy for life. I mean, just think about it.
Why would he put his faith in?
I mean, like, well, he knows rat shit. So, why would you trust him?
Must have proved himself somehow. Must have, like that fucking goldfish. He's gone. You know.
No, I don't.
Well, how did he get his attention?
Oh, he's running
I
back and
can-
forth in the bowl. And that mix was a
No,
mixing bowl.
Lemmy in Ratatouille. Like, how did he get his trust and attention? He
Grabbed his head.
made clear that he could communicate with him.
Yeah, communication's the key, isn't it?
Well, he said ba 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 ba.
How would that
Sounds like a
movie
sheep.
work if you were in it?
If you seen
Well,
this
you're-
rat
I wanted-
communicating to you, you'd be like, I fucking
Mate,
knew it.
What
You
are
know
you
what
saying?
I'm building to here, don't you?
No, you want me to change Ratatouille? You
No,
fucking
no, no. That's
masterpiece.
not what I'm saying. I was building to a bull joke, but you're derailing me. It's the whole premise of Ratatouille is he controlled him through the movements of his hair. How
you
would he
wouldn't be able to do
control
that.
you?
Don't know it as well as Mark.
Oh, the old
in-
pubes.
In COVID times, no worries. He'd just sit underneath the mask and pull on your goatee.
Oh, yeah. I can see that. Beautiful. What else you got?
Me?
Whoever.
I've got
I've
as
spoken
happy
enough.
as a clam.
What?
I haven't heard that before.
You've never heard as happy as a clam.
You know, they got a bit of a smile. Yeah. No, I haven't heard it, but
Yeah, look, I've never heard it, but I reckon what they're
100%
referring
the
to
same.
is fucking clams. You can't get any more wide open than a clam, can you? Also, is that where they keep pearls?
ah,
In
Clams have pearls, I think. Yep,
do they?
How,
pretty sure.
how do they grow pearls? Because they're
I thought it was
growing, aren't they?
oysters.
That might be their teeth. That's how you know they're getting long in the tooth. They got
Oh
a big
my
pearl.
fucking god!
I don't know.
So you give someone a pearl necklace, it's just calcium.
Come again.
Still. Jesus Christ! Yeah. No, we're gonna go somewhere else with this.
Oh, you don't want to know about happy
Yeah,
as a
yeah,
clam?
Tell me then. Happy as a clam. Because
No, not. I'm asking the question here.
Is there a real thing?
It is a real saying. Happy as a clam.
But you know what?
Hey?
Do you know why?
No fucking idea. That's why I'm asking you.
What's your thoughts on it then?
My thoughts. It must be. I'm picturing the Little Mermaid. Since you're talking about Disney movies, I'm going to talk about one. And you know how? What's that crab's name?
Sebastian.
Sebastian the crab is singing that song Under the Sea, and it looks so
Nailed it.
happy and magical. And hey,
I said you fucking nailed it.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah. I think maybe it's a really happy place down there, and that's why the clams are so happy.
Hmm.
Everything under the ocean could be happy.
Yeah, that's my point.
Yeah. There you go. If it was so good, how come Ariel, the main character, tried to go on land, mate?
She just wanted the D.
She was sick of telling tales and went to try and get some legs. Get in there.
Got a bit of a thing for Ariel.
Do you?
Oh,
You do.
she's fucking sexy, isn't she?
Yeah, redheads, mate.
Mm.
Good shit. So, this random thought sort of stumbled upon. Just it really made me think about what people's answer would be. What if the last thing you said was put on your gravestone?
What is it?
What if the last thing you said was put on your gravestone? Could you think of situations that would
What
would
do
be
I
interesting?
want to be on my gravestone?
I was just
like-
talking about Ariel, the
Yeah.
Little Mermaid, and Under the Sea.
You got drowned.
I don't know if like
You'd be happy if that was it.
no, I wouldn't be happy. I just don't.
But
the
what are you actually
context
asking?
behind
Like,
it.
What do I want my last words to be?
No, I'm sort of asking, what do you think some interesting last words would be? Because just think of the amount of stupid deaths we have everywhere. Like, what would? Oh fuck! Yeah. Hold my beer. Watch this. Hold my beer and watch this.
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Get to the chopper. What are
No,
you talking about?
I'll be back.
I'll be back. Yeah.
He's
well,
like,
there you go.
well, let's get the fuck out of here. He's going to be his own.
What is some cool cinematic words that you'd have on your gravestone?
Oh, I haven't.
You got another?
No, I really don't. What do you got?
Me?
Yeah.
Hold me beer and watch this.
Oh,
Yeah. But think of the amount of stupid ways people die and the stuff that's said before that happens. It's like, hey, I got an idea.
if people's last words were recorded on their gravestone, I don't think there'd be a lot of profound thought out there.
Yeah,
I think
reckon.
this whole podcast is probably evidence of that.
I'll pay that. Good work.
When you die, and you probably don't think like, oh,
Yeah.
it's going to be recorded forever as fucking what I stood for, what means something to me.
Just a scream then. All right, we'll go with your thoughts. What would you like there to be on there?
Oh, I don't know. If I had a choice.
That's what I want on there. Harley, go on.
No.
I don't think we're
Like
going to
if I had
find
a
the answer to
choice,
this now. It is a
like
really
goodwill to all.
Mm.
the what?
Goodwill to all. Like, you know, may all. I hoped all of my action thoughts, you know, went towards a greater good. You know, helped everyone.
Oh,
You know, that I wasn't selfish.
I think live long and prosper.
No.
Oh my god. I'm just gonna go with clear my browser history. That'll do me.
Everyone wants to dump their porn just in case. Eh?
Just in case. You never know when it's gonna happen.
Mm.
It's in me will.
Yeah.
Mm.
While we're on
What,
the
you
subject
promised
of
everything you got to your brother.
Yeah, all me. Everything. Actually
actually, it just returns to me because I'm pretty sure everything that he has once was mine. He's just stolen it from me.
Some really
I
sick
actually
shit.
wrote my will recently. We talked about this previously, but I left him, what was it? A mirror and a Viagra so you could have a long, hard look at yourself in the mirror. Is that right?
I don't
Pretty
remember.
sure that's what's it, but it's in there. And they allowed it.
Mm.
And it's signed, sealed, and delivered. So,
That'll be.
yeah.
Look forward to your death. So,
Well, he will.
yeah.
He'll be looking forward.
Mm.
It's coming.
It's like,
Is that a threat? Here I am, Scar from Lion
I
King.
reckon it's
Is that a
good,
challenge?
Like looking into the mirror, like
Look, all I
Doesn't
know
really matter.
is it's going to be hard for me.
Yuck. He
The-
really wants me to die.
One more random thought I've got, and this is the last one for the session. But if you've dabbled in something, What does dabbled mean? Why do
Put
they
your toes in the
say
water.
dabbled? Yeah, but the meaning behind dabbled.
I don't know if there is a meaning, but what it means
That's what we're here to find
you know,
out.
you're
I
not,
don't know if there's
you
meaning,
don't-
but what it means is
you don't do it all the time. It's not a habit. It's just I've experienced it.
yeah. See, that's interesting because I use that a fuck ton. Don't actually know the specific meaning.
That
behind
might
it.
even be where I got it from, is you said it and
Yeah.
I've written it down.
People go, yeah, you know, oh, what about this? I go, I've dabbled. Means I've done a bit of it, but I'm
I
not going
don't
to
know
hang my hat on
admit
it.
that I do it daily.
Yeah,
Where does it come from? Is there a bloke out there called Dabble that done a bit of everything?
bit of a manho, you reckon?
Jack Dabble. Jack of all trades, dabbled in everything.
Jack shit.
Jack off. They're all the same bloke. Master of what is it?
Puppets.
Jack of all trades, master of none, sort of style. Dabble. I don't know. Freaks me out a bit actually, because I actually use it a lot.
Mm.
Thank you. I have a deep look at
That's
myself
all
now. Maybe I need to look
He
at that
doesn't
mirror.
want to
I really
admit that
hope I've ruined your
I've
life.
done fucking shitloads of this, but he just tells everyone I've dabbled.
Isn't it embarrassing when people go, "Oh yeah, what's that mean? That word you just said, what's that mean?" You go, "Fuck, I don't know, mate." Trying to sound smart.
Oh, it's traditional. It's
What's that mean?
traditional.
Mm.
Heard it before. Everyone.
There you go. Got him, sucker.
What?
I love how the music tied into that. Look, I think we're going to have to leave the night session there.
Mm.
Yeah, but it's been lovely having you on, Simon.
We've had fun. I hope I
Yeah,
get invited
players.
back.
We've all learnt something, and
Definitely.
it's been fucking good.
Good conversation.
And
But I would like to take this time to tell
say a
all
prayer.
our listeners, viewers, whatever platform you're listening on, if you can give us a rating. I think we've mentioned this before, the 5-star. It normally goes up to 5-star, doesn't it?
Yeah, we'll go with 5 stars.
Yeah.
Give us 5 stars on whatever you listen to. Don't care if it's crap. Give us 5 stars, mate.
Yeah. And if you're on the YouTube watching, like and subscribe. And with that, off your circuit.
Off your
I thought
circuit.
we were going to. Yeah. Go on, boys.